From the top of the mountain to the coast, it's a sports podcast that's giving you some life advice, you know what I'm saying? Not all good things coming through. I mean, we are on episode 3. It's me, it's John Taylor, it's Toss Up. But there's also bad things that are guaranteed in threes. There's death, there's taxes, and there's John Taylor hating on Kobe Bryant. Those 3 things are guaranteed in life. This is Toss Up. I'm Jonathan Thompson. This is John Taylor, of course. How you doing, my brother?
Man, perfect intro. And boy, I tell you something, boy, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait to call out some bull crap. I can't wait. You know what? Like, my takes may seem like I'm hating on Kobe, but I'm just objective as a basketball fan. I'm objective. And hey, and we gonna get on that today. So, hey, well, I'm locked and loaded and I'm ready. And look, and once again, hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the followers that we gained. I want to say thank you in advance to the followers we're going to gain in the future. Hey, man, we're getting it off the ground. We're doing pretty good, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate y'all opinions. I appreciate y'all DMs. I appreciate the views. Hey, thank y'all very much.
Yes, sir. You could be watching or listening to anything in the world right now, but you're watching and listening to us, and as always, we'll appreciate that, and we'll never take that for granted. So, hey, let's go ahead and... Yes, sir, of course.
Let's toast. My bad, not to cut y'all. We got to toast to episode 3. Sponsored by Terramana. I'm just putting it in the universe.
Terramana? Okay. Yes, sir. A little weeks out, drinks out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little simple today. I got the Crown Vanilla going, but...
Hey, you know what? The Crown Vanilla is very classy. That's showing a little maturity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You put that on rocks. Dude,
I'm just drinking this straight. I'm drinking this straight, bro.
Hey man, I'm so hood, man. I still drink Bud Light Platinums, and they wasn't popular since like junior high school days, bro. I wasn't drinking back then, but I remember going to the clubs and stuff, man. It's just like all I see was Bud Light lines of Bud Light Platinums. Mama, I wasn't drinking in high school, but hey, I started getting up in college though. I started drinking in college.
Yeah, you might have to beat his ass next time you see him.
And once I went to the military, I started getting fucked up. It's drunk and fucked up, 2 different levels. But that's a whole other conversation.
But let's go ahead and transition over to these quick hits. You know what I mean? Of course, we're gonna start out first. Bam goes ham for 83. Yeah, damn,
man.
But Bam Adebayo drops 83 as Miami beats the Wizards 150 to 129, scoring 10 field goals in the first quarter and only scoring 10 field goals for the rest of the game. Breaks the record for the most free throws scored in the NBA game. John Taylor, go ahead and tell me, we're replacing Kobe Bryant with Bam Adebayo as the second greatest shooting guard of all time. Bam Adebayo is now top 15 all time, bro. Go ahead, give it to me.
Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, T. Let me tell you something. Lord, like all y'all Kobe fans need to be ashamed of yourselves, because what y'all proved. Cause first of all, shout out Bam Adebayo, man, that's dope, bro. Like scoring 40 is nice in the NBA, 50 is nice, 60 is unheard of nowadays. You scored 83. A lot of people sitting there saying, "Oh, it was how he did it." Who gives a You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a setback, bro. It's still the NBA, bro. If they didn't want them to get 83, Washington Wizards should have did something. But let me call out these hypocrite Kobe fans. Let me see this. This is what disturbs my soul, bro. A lot of Kobe fans hate to be objective. And one thing, it's hard for me to take some sports fans serious when it comes to NBA players when you grade them, because you seem like the first thing that comes to your mind is scoring. Yes, you got to score to win the game, but Kobe got all this hype off of scoring. He got all this hype off of scoring. Prior to his 81-point game, Kobe came in the league at 96. He ride the pine for like 2-3 years. 2-3 years. He didn't even run a franchise for 2-3 years. I'm sorry. Top 10, all top 10 players I know ran their franchise when they got in the draft. Sorry, not sorry. So now let's go on to his championships. Kobe got his championship at 21, 22, 23. He came in 96. 96, 97. His first one was 2000. So he won his first one in like 20, 21. 21, 22, 23. He got 3 championships. He was the sidekick. Sorry, not sorry, people. LA Shaq was unstoppable. He, like, if it wasn't for Pippen, Kobe would be the best sidekick of all time. Cool. Get that out the way. Kobe did not start getting this glazing. He did not start getting this glazing and this thing until he scored 81 points. Hey, guys, Googleable information. Kobe, everybody say, well, when Kobe scored 81, he earned every point. What looks worse? You had to earn 81 points on a bottom-tier defensive team with like the Toronto Raptors back then? You had to earn that? What's wrong with Bam going for it because he got the points? That's cool, bro. Oh, they wasn't playing for real. Oh, he was sitting there standing in the game trying to milk the record. So what? So what? It's still NBA players, though. But Washington Wizards was bottom-tier defense. Toronto was bottom-tier defense. Cool. So my thing about it was, when I say Bam top 15, no. I won't say that. But then again, at the same time, y'all praise Kobe for doing it, but y'all want to shun somebody else for doing it. No, man. Come on, bro. 83 points, that is freaking amazing, bro. Bro, I can't even get 81 points if I play 2K on rookie, bro. I can't do that.
That means you just trashing 2K,
Bam
bro.
did that. Well, I hate 2K for the record. I had to turn my sliders up to do that. But, you know, real cheaters know. Turn up your sliders if you want to make shots. But I'm saying, though, but it's like what Kobe did was impressive. What Bam did was impressive. But one thing that I didn't like, a lot of these little Kobe glazers was like, oh, he didn't do it like Kobe. So no. Well, y'all need to give him the same respect y'all gave Kobe. Point blank, period. Because, man, like I said, if we really give a breakdown. Now, Kobe's one of the greats. I won't lie about that. I'm not stupid. I won't sit here and say Kobe was sorry. My only argument to a lot of people when it comes to Kobe and what he do, stop glazing the crap. Stop glazing, bro. Kobe was amazing. He is the best great value Jordan of all time. That's who he patterned his game after. I give him that. Kobe was great, but then again, like y'all wanna give Kobe this praise. Me personally, I think his 60 points on the last game was better than his 81. But that's just me. That's just me.
I agree with that.
When he went out with 60 points, that is the best ending to the last game of all time. I won't even argue that. And like I say, I say top 15, but I think Kobe like top 12 all time. I put him around that 11, 12 range. I would. So, but at the same time, kudos to Bam. And like I said, RIP to Kobe, because I don't mean no disrespect, but I haven't met an objective Kobe fan yet. But it is what it is. Floor is yours, sir.
You felt some type of way about that. So, I mean, personally,
yeah,
I ain't had no problem with, not a complete problem anyways, with Bam Adebayo's 83. Because, I mean, if you're talking about true Mamba mentality, if you in striking range of a record, Kobe gonna do the same thing. He gonna stay in the game. He gonna go.
Come on, bro.
And I mean, we even saw earlier today with SGA keeping his 20-point streak alive. OKC up 15, and he over there driving to the basket, getting fouled with the and one. So just to keep his point streak alive. So hey, that's neither here nor there. You can etch your name in the record books. Go ahead and do it, man. So. I think the only real corny part for me about the whole 83-point game was the team intentionally fouling to try to get the ball back. That was the corny part to me. Like that is fair. One major difference between when Kobe was getting his 81 and when Bam ended up getting his 83. Like, bro, we intentionally fouled up 25-30 with a minute 40 left just so he can get the ball back. Fair. We can't just have it done in the natural flow of the game. Like, and I wasn't even tripping like necessarily on all the free throws he shot, because I mean most of them in an NBA regular season game, they're legit NBA regular season fouls. So I wasn't even really too much tripping off the free throws. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely Miami intentionally fouling just to get the ball back. Like it felt like, I don't know, the NFL equivalent of onside kicking when you're up 21. You're trying to get somebody a yardage record, like.
That's a good point, bro. That's a good point.
That was the corny part about it. But I mean, I was about to flip it to you to this. Like, we was talking earlier about Wilt's everything, the legend of Wilt. Like, we don't never have no proof of that, bro. So, do you really consider this 83 the record versus the 100-point game, bro. Because I mean, if we look back then, we had film of the moon landing, bro. We got film of JFK assassination, bro. And you tell me the NBA couldn't get 9 janitors together, put them in a YMCA, and have them running up and down the court with Wilt so he can get that, so we can have film of that 100-point game, bro? Come on, really?
I mean that shit might be in the Epstein files as much as they got that hidden. But you know what I'm saying. But you brought up a good point, and you know what I'm saying. And from that standpoint, from what we seen with our own eyes, Bam got the highest point total in the NBA. Granted, the legend of Wilt Chamberlain is gonna stay forever etched in history, unless they do a documentary about it and social footage. I'll never believe it, but they said he did it. They did it. That's fine. But at the same time, to see Kobe's and to see Bam, man, that's historic, man. And I was talking to my partners, man. Shout out Black, shout out Tate, man. We was talking on Facebook, and when Bam did that, we immediately started talking about Wemby might get that record in a couple of years from now. Wemby gonna break that record. If we gonna have to find somebody to break that record, Wemby gonna do it. I think if I was a betting man. Yeah, I can. But Luka's stuff is gonna be so ugly because it's gonna be so inefficient. Luka's gonna be the one who probably jacking going like 16 for 30 on threes. He'll probably have about if the refs give him every whistle as possible. But you know what I'm saying. But at the same time,
bro already had a 70-point game though. Bro already had a 70-point game.
Yeah, he did. It was amazing, man. Shout out Devin Booker from the hometown, man. Devin Booker scored 73. He just scored 70. He scored 70. He scored 70 against the Boston Celtics, though. So it's like, man, for me, if anybody can score for 50 or 40 points, bro, kudos, bro. 30 points is still impressive, man.
Yeah.
It's the NBA, man. All these people was number one options in high school, college, and everything, bro. It's impressive. Now, I will say that. Can I interest you in this though? The fact they was intentionally fouling, wouldn't you say that's good teammates though because they want to see their guy break the record? Why not?
No,
you ain't gonna be in
because
this position
my man was literally yelling at them saying, "Don't foul," because he even wanted to earn it in the natural flow of the game. Like he didn't want to cheap manufacture because he knew that there was gonna be some people talking about it like this, like you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
like I said, it's still all respect because. Even with that, like we talk about all these free throw merchants, like SGA don't got an 83-point game. James Harden never scored an 83-point game. You know what I'm saying? They was free throw merchants.
Come on, that's true. Come on now. And that's what I'm saying. So it's just like I won't complain about that. But I won't argue how it was done. But then again, that was probably Spo's call. And if I'm a head coach and one of my players is close to a record, I would probably do the same thing, unethical or not. I would do the same thing. I would expect any coach to do that to their player, bro. Because you know you'll never know what that can do to a player. Even though Bam said don't foul, it's good to have an environment that entrusts in you. I give you a prime example today. So so we had the tournament this weekend and whatnot, and one of our players had a bad attitude, and you know what I'm saying, he just had a bad week, talking back to the coaches, being very disrespectful. And you know what I'm saying, so we sat him down for Saturday's game, we punished him and whatnot, and so we punished him for that game, and then he played today. And you want to know what I did? We won the championship. He played decent, but he wasn't the MVP. But I knew after a bad weekend that he had, I said let him be MVP. And I kind of connect that to, and like I said, I could be wrong, but in my own delusional world, I want to say Spo did a favor for Bam and looked out for his player. I felt like after a bad weekend he had, the fact that he got in the game and he got an MVP, that might motivate him to be the best player ever. You know what I'm saying? Bam may say don't foul, but if Spo made that call, man, that's going to make Bam want to stick with him, bro. Free agency come around and Miami got to rebuild. Something like that can make Bam stay and want to go through the shit again. You never know. I mean, I'm thinking too deep into it, but I feel like coaches and teams like that, man, they the most closely bonded, man. And once again, if y'all don't like it, play better defense.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, even Draymond Green said something to that effect. It's like, it's not Miami's fault that Washington's trash. Like, if Washington's trash, hey, score on. Even though I feel like if Draymond was on the court, Draymond probably would have flagrantly fouled Bam Adebayo and make sure he didn't score that 83, bro. Hey, so while he talking, like, bro, you wouldn't want that record dropped on you, bro. And honestly, if I'm coaching the other team, hey, they might have a bounty gate situation in the NBA on their hands because I'm telling them the same thing. Hey, as soon as he at 70, bro, I'm like, if he stays on this court and we down 30, you know what to do.
Yeah.
But
Thompson, I agree with that 1,000%, bro. If y'all gonna let that happen, you deserve to let that happen. I tell people all the time, bro, because you know Jamal Crawford. You know, are you familiar with his son JJ?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So me and the family, we went to the state basketball game this year when we seen JJ and Rainier Beach win the state championship in high school. Jamal Crawford there and everything. It was him and another number one prospect called Tyron Green. Dude, Tyron Green hit this move on somebody so bad, and it was no traveling, no nothing. He hit him with a Euro step, had him like, where did he go? And he hit like a Euro underhand lay. And you know what you just said? That immediately came to my mind. Everybody was laughing in that section when I was talking. I said, if I'm that coach, I'm going across his face the next time he go in that hole. You got to get it back. Don't embarrass me in front of my family, bro. We finna go for at least next 2-3 minutes. We finna play some bad boys, the Detroit Pistons basketball back in the '80s. Fuck that.
Like,
you
embarrass me. While you talking,
yeah.
Hey, one of my friend's son, he talked to me. He was like, "Yo, Jonathan, I dunked on you." I was like, bro, I would never let that happen in my life. I will body slam you WWE style, bro. I will power bomb you on this court before I let you dunk on me, bro. Like, that's one of the few times they'll play with foul is coming, bro. Like,
come on, bro.
One thing I will not let happen. Like, even in my prime when I'm hooping, bro. Like,
bro, if you shoot like a three in my face,
like, hey, shots, hey. If you hit it, you hit it, but you're not gonna disrespect me with no dunk, though. Nah, you're not gonna do that.
Man, look, I'm with you on that, T. Like I say, if you make a shot in my face, all next some shit, man, I'll be like, good shot. Do some 6-7 or point in my face. All right, I'm gonna patrol your ass next shot. Watch. Don't embarrass me like that. Like because I'm the type of competitor. I know I'm gonna go at you 100%. I'm gonna give you all I got. I'm gonna play some good D. I'm gonna get physical. But my thing about it is, bro, I'll be the one to tell you, hey, bro, you got me, dog. I dap you up and be like, good shot, bro, you got me. Taylor, you ain't shit. All right, okay. Oh, he got the ball. He's going for a shot. Hey, he out for the rest of the game. I'm putting my foot right up under his foot. On God, every shot. I'm tearing your ankle up. Don't do me like that. I wish you would try to cross me over. I'm finna night train lane your ass across the neck. Man, you crazy out your head. No, sir. Play basketball and keep going.
But one last thing on this before we move on. Bam Adebayo. Asia Wilson. As an alum of Kansas State University, I'd like to offer whatever future children you have a full ride basketball scholarship because my God, if they ever have children, the way they love each other in both their games, bro, oh my God.
Just off the law. Bam got to get her pregnant, bro. Y'all can make the next LeBron James, bro. Y'all got to, bro. If you don't not, and my thing about you can have a boy or a girl, because I remember in the early episode we was talking, probably 10, 15 years from now, if our daughters want to play basketball, man, they're gonna be making millions by then. You can have a boy or a girl, don't even matter. Worst case scenario, if you gonna make chump change at WNBA, NIL gonna stay good. By the time they have a child and going off to college, NIL gonna be about 10, 15 million. Don't matter. They gonna mess up the world, bro. But watch this though. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I could be wrong, but as a sports fan, I want to see it. Asia gonna try to go for the record. Not necessarily 83. Asia gonna try to go for 60, 70 next year. Watch. I see it. And when she do it, it's gonna be more bigger because clearly Bam is a better player with Asia's body mass and size. But if we want to talk about star power in that household, Asia's number one. I'm sorry, not sorry. Bam is a gold medalist, but Asia a dog now.
Yeah, facts.
Asia a dog now. Yeah.
Factos. But moving on to some other relationships. So Dak Prescott throws relationship away after fiance plays prevent defense with the prenup. I mean, I guess that depends on who you believe. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott broke up with his fiance. Fiance came out, stated it was because Dak been cheating the entire relationship, and she finally broke it off after hoping he would change, but he didn't. You really believe that, bro?
Bro, let me tell you something. T, I know this is episode number 3, and I know we got goals and aspirations of being worldwide known one day, but this is going to be this is going to be one of many takes that probably get us canceled, and I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, brother, but ladies, let me tell y'all this right here. If you have a couple, they got 2 children, right? I want to be facts before I say it. They got 2, I think. He got a daughter. Ladies,
child support's already locked.
If you get, well, that's what I'm saying. Just in case when they break up, cool. But she'll probably still get about probably 50 to 100 grand a month. Cool, got it. But my thing about ladies, if you get impregnated by a professional athlete who's good, who's at least going to have like a 10, 15-year career, you won. Stop trying to overplay your position. You got 2 kids by Dak Prescott, man. As a man, regardless of, I'm not advocating for what he do in his personal life, but he's a rich black man in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys. You kind of knew what you was gonna get in that man once you got him. That's number 1. But number 2, you got fortunate enough. And like I said, y'all probably do have a good love story. You got pregnant by a top 5 paying NFL quarterback.
Bro, you sure Dak?
Why the hell you want something?
Bro? We about to get canceled talking about this. Bro, you sure he getting played like that, bro?
T,
I don't care. He the Cowboys, bro.
If my ugly ass had $500 million, girls would fuck me too, T. Now don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not bragging about it. I had my fair share of cooter holes when I was coming in. You know what I'm saying? Military, I done did some unimaginable things. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, $500 million, T. We ain't got to try. You know what I'm saying? But before you got married, of course, you knew your run back then too, T. You know how you was. You know how I was, bro. You mean to tell me we making $60 million a year, T? Do we have to run game? No, the fuck we don't. No, the fuck we don't. Because I know you ain't gonna love me for me. You gonna love me for what I can provide. And as long as I'm getting those cheeks, I'm gonna provide you with everything you need. But don't get me wrong. Once I'm done, it's over with. But to the original point, ma'am, you won. But where you gonna fuck up? You want to act like you don't want to sign the prenup. You lost. You hustled backwards. Because whether you believe it or not, kind of like when we talked about it in the pre-production meeting, bro. Are you like what is your motivation to really get married, bro? If a prenup scare you away, you a scammer. I don't care what no female say. I don't care if you was making money. I don't care if you was making money at McDonald's. Sign that goddamn prenup. Who cares? If you don't want to go through the peanut problems, don't get married. Don't get married. But I back Dak Prescott 110%, bro. Nah, bro.
You're not wrong. Hey, and when you was going on that rant, bro. Hey, when you was going on that rant, bro, and you know what? Yeah. I was questioning whether Dak give him play, but then it reminds me of that line that I quote from Notorious B.I.G. all the time. You know what I'm saying? Black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Oh, you know what I mean? Like,
and R.I.P. to Big. No disrespect when I say this, but he was ugly as fuck.
And getting play.
No disrespect.
And getting play.
And he smacking every female down the line, bro. Because now don't get me wrong, he was a player too now. He was a player, but he had money and he had swag and all that, and he got played. Like I say, Dak can be like a goofy anime loving mofo. He can be out there playing Fortnite, digging in his nose on his off time. But dude, you making $60 million a year. Lady, you done had children by a $60 million a year man. And like I said, Dak is going to play pretty good. Dak probably going to touch 70. Dak, like what, 28, 29, he's going to get another max contract. His last one going to probably be the ones in his 30s. And he going to probably touch 70 with them. Bro, chill out, bro. You're set. You're set. Because you got to understand, even with now correct me if I'm wrong, T. But even if you got a prenup and y'all still divorced, you'll get alimony for a while. That's still good money. I'm pretty sure Dak got enough morals to be like, if we was to separate, I get your house, I make sure the kids take care of. I would assume he gonna step up and be a father. But man, what the you getting mad for? Because he going to prenup. He want to protect himself. But a newsflash, you got his kids. You already in his environment. He's gonna take care of you for life. So you overplayed your hand. You overplayed your hand, or you exposed yourself. Either or.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22 with that argument. You know what I'm saying? Because when we talking about prenups, they be like,
"Come on,
well, why you need a prenup? Ain't it about love?" And they be like, "Well, if it's really about love, why can't you just sign this prenup then?"
Come on.
So it's a catch-22 with that. You know what I mean? So. Hey, I'm not mad at Dak. I'm not even mad at Dak. You know what I'm saying? I'm worth $250 million already. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you see what Cardi B going through right now.
Bro,
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You should have got a prenup.
But the beauty about Cardi B though, the beauty about Cardi B, she getting treated like shit, and she probably be in her feelings and cry a lot. But this motherfucker is crying in a big ass house, a big ass bed, living life. My middle class ass. If I get my heart broken, nigga, I'm crying in the Altima. I'm crying in a goddamn apartment. Cardi B gonna be shedding tears in a mansion, bro. Like you may feel some type of way. Dak finna make you sign the prenup. Oh, Dakota, you broke my heart. I thought it was love, but nigga, you finna be healing in a big ass house that Dak got for you, bro. Chill the fuck out. I can't stand that junk, bro. Just man, look. I'm not trying to get us canceled, man, but ladies, bro, I'm sorry. Pussy ain't good enough to control a man. You can control a weak man. Let me say that. You control a weak man who don't get pussy like that. Cool. But once man get enough pussy, bro, pussy don't move him no more. That's such a natural progression. Because now, you know what I'm saying? Because when you done got so much coochie in your life, and then, of course, when you're married and you getting the coochie, that's fine. But at the same time, bro, it's going to have to be a plethora of other things that's going to have to keep your man, like, impressive. Like, not necessarily impressive, but satisfying, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a married man. I'm about to sell my soul real soon. Bro, you already know coochie is going to buy you peace more than anything now. Baby, give me some peace. Boy, like, if you give me peace and leave me alone, my dick could get hard for no reason. I love that. I love peace and leave me alone. I get horny, bro. If my lady leave me the fuck alone right now all day, yeah. If I get to play the game, I get to release my competitive spirit. I get to watch my wrestling and watch my sports. Man, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the best 3 minutes of your life. I'm gonna go in there and fuck the shit out of you for 3 minutes.
Hey, times are 10 for me, but
hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, 3 minutes. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And look, let me tell you, let me get our cheat code, not to get sidetracked.
Hey, he rotating like a rotisserie chicken all 3 minutes, boy.
Hey, and that's what I'm saying. And look, start having sex on the night of daylight savings, bro. When that hour goes up, when you lose an hour, that shit counts. So if you busting nut in 2 minutes, like if you fuck at 12:59 and you get finished at 2:02, bro, that's an hour and 2 minutes, bro. That's a world record. Thank me later. Thank me later, bro. Hey, that's the easiest hour of fuck in your life. Fuck on daylight savings time, people. Hey, fuck on daylight savings time, bro. When it goes an hour up, that counts during sex, bro. If you pumping and that hour goes up, you was in that coochie for an hour. You better be satisfied.
But then it kind of works the other way around when we fall back, don't it?
Yeah, but then again, hey, I lost an hour, but I gave you 3, 4, 5 positive minutes. Point blank period.
Nah, you just gave.
But you know what?
55 minutes.
Hey, fuck it. Let me tell you something. Back in my prime. Oh my God, Taylor, why you nut fast? Why you didn't nut fast either? That's your fault. I'm up out of here, bro. Give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, look, breaking news, people. The average time for sex in America is 7 minutes. I done broke that record about 100 times. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
7.
I used to try to, bro. I don't get me wrong. I had my times where it was 20, 30 minutes and stuff like that. Cool. But on average, bro, I'm giving you about 10 minutes, bro. Or at best, if I'm really excited, I'm gonna give you about 6, 7. And I don't give a damn what nobody say, bro. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm telling you nothing too fast. Well, how about you get a dick and go fuck some coochie? You'll see. Women ain't got to worry about time. They just got to stay. All right, man. I'm living. Boy, you finna. The boy, this gonna be a whole nother episode.
You going, bro? Hey, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Hey, man, please, you gonna get me canceled and in trouble.
Hey, that drink gonna get you canceled and in trouble. But moving along.
Hey, shout out Terramana. Shout out The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Moving along.
But yeah, to answer your question on the quick hits though, look, I have to ask you though, like, but where are you at? Do you agree with that?
Oh, of course I agree with that, right? That's $250 million, bro.
Okay.
Hey, if we're doing it for love, then you shouldn't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, whether I'm gonna take care of you or not. Like, what you mean?
No.
And you talking about you stayed there I forgot how long they was together. I think it was like 4 years or something like that. And he was cheating the whole time. And you stayed with him. And you thought when he gave you a ring it was gonna change? Really? Really? Come on.
Talk to him, T.
Stop.
Talk to him, T.
Just say you ain't want to. Just say you thought you was about to get $100 million out of him. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna marry him real quick, give him that 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
A year where he can't annul the marriage, and then you was about to take $100 million. Just
on.
say that. Just say that. Because if it was really about you thought he could change, then you thought you said that when you said I do. When you not I do, but when you said yes when he asked you, when he proposed to you, you was like, oh, I think he could change. So what are we talking about here?
But that goes back to the catch-22 you was talking about, T. But you made a good point with that catch-22 though, because you kind of exposing yourself. Because if it's love, it don't matter. Well, no, I ain't saying they get cheated on. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, it's like if love is love, bro. Why the fuck do why the fuck do you think you need to have access to that money? He's already gonna take you. You got kids. He's already gonna take care of you in that aspect. So the fact that you get mad, that he telling you to sign a prenup, yeah. So the fact that you mad that he telling you to sign a prenup, you just exposed yourself.
That's how I felt.
Shit, if anything, ain't no professional woman athlete wife is gonna get luckier than Cookie Johnson. Ain't nobody. Boy, I think by the time Major Johnson caught that pack, boy, he lifted up that prenup so quick to tell Cookie don't leave him. Shit, boy, hey, you see, Cookie waited patiently, and she had to wait till Magic got that pack. And look, he lifted that prenup so quick, say don't leave me. Look at him now. And they still married. God bless them, but they still married. Come on, man. Y'all new generation women fucking up the bag, bro. Fucking up the bag. Bro, you got 2 kids by a millionaire, bro. And I can guarantee you, T, this motherfucker is not struggling in life, bro. She ain't struggling.
No. Not struggling at all. And I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, Dak is probably a businessman as the quarterback of the Cowboys. Probably got him, besides all these endorsement deals, you know what I'm saying, some investments and things of that nature. So you know that $250
not
million
even including endorsement deals.
It's only going to go
endorsement deals. You just ding, ding, ding. Endorsement deals. So it's way more than $250. He at least touching half a bill. Get the fuck out of here, Thompson. You mad because he said sign a printer? Get your stupid ass out of here, bro. God for look. If my daughters ever came to me and be like, Dad, this professional athlete ain't signing a prenup, and I'm looking at your life, man, I might call my daughters out their name that day. Get your out my face. Get out of here, bro. But hey, look, to those watching the toss up, bro, don't cancel us. We love our women. But hey, that still don't give you an excuse to be goofy, bro. Come on, ladies.
Men are
Stop
goofy,
that.
women are goofy sometimes. It is what it is, man.
Yes.
You gotta call it how we see it. Balls and
Yes.
strikes, baby. You gotta call it when you see it.
Men, men are goofy for coochie, women are goofy for money.
Yep.
I've seen both
But,
sides.
yes, sir. But moving along in our quick
Yes,
hits,
indeed.
both you and I went 2-2 on the 4-for-4 last week. We picked opposite picks on each other. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can talk about what I felt went wrong with me. I didn't expect a referee that was away from the whistle to go ahead and eject Jaylen Brown out of a prime time nationally televised game. Like, that's crazy work, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's talking to the referee that actually called the foul, and you over here just minding the business that doesn't pay you, and you just decide to throw him out of the game. Like, come on, man. Let the players decide what the outcome on the court.
Hey, that ref had to get that parlay.
I'm telling you, bro. Every time there's questionable calls now, I'm questioning, like, hey, what your parlay looking like, bro? Hey, let me see your login history real quick. Like, we need to confiscate your phone, check your motherfucking internet records and shit like that. Like, what you got going on?
Come on, bro. Come on, that shit crazy.
And you correctly got the Lakers-Wolves matchup, man. I'll just say about that, like, I didn't expect that Anthony Edwards would have the worst game of his entire career whenever shooting 15 attempts, which he literally did against the Lakers. Because, I mean, if you go back to last week, I said that he was about to show his ass. And he showed his ass, all right. It was the wrong type of ass.
Oh, yeah.
He showed ass.
Oh, yeah.
He showed ass. It was like that one meme about Darren Williams. He was like, one morning, Darren Williams just woke up and decided to be ass. I felt like that was Anthony Edwards that day, boy. I was like, 2 for 15, bro? Come on, bro. You couldn't have me out here talking all this shit about for you and shit, and you out here going 2 for 15, bro. And then he did that. Well, he did an alright performance earlier today, and we're gonna talk about OKC in the next segment. But man, it's just that inconsistency.
But but the thing about it is that's gonna be Anthony Edwards' problem, man. And it's like Anthony, controversial take. I think Edwards is a bigger star than KG was in Minnesota. I'm not saying better player, but he's a bigger Minnesota star. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say, Anthony Edwards is gonna find himself in that situation, bro. You got to get help. You're gonna have to. Now you're developing Jalen McDaniels. Naz Reid is solid. Julius Randle's solid, but then again, Julius Randle's about to be at the other side of that hill eventually. Yeah, I think y'all sent Mike Conley back to Memphis. But the thing about it is, you're gonna have to get another star with Anthony Edwards, and where he's gonna fall into that unfortunate situation is like you're gonna fall into. Minnesota's a big market, but when it comes to the NBA, it's not like a good destination. And it's like Anthony Edwards gonna find himself in that situation to where it's like none of the stars want to come here, bro. And so I can see Anthony Edwards. He came in 2019. I think no, he came in 2021, 22. I think 20 or 21. He came in during COVID. So he came in like 19 or 2020. So, and the thing about it is, bro, Anthony Edwards is going to be a prime example of he's going to give Minnesota 10 years before he leaves. He going to give him 10 years, get his jersey retired, he's good as gone. Because if Anthony Edwards don't bring it, now, he got them to the Western Conference Finals he got him the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. His jersey is going to get retired. That was enough to do that. That was enough. 2 years in a row, KG only went to the Western Conference Finals once with Minnesota. That was 2004 against the Lakers, I think. Yeah. But then again, KG did get it. He did get. Yeah. So, but KG did get an MVP in 2001, or KG got an MVP in the early 2000s. Ant ain't did that yet. But at the same time, he wheeled the team to the Western Conference Finals twice. He bumped into a good Luka and Kyrie, and he bumped into an OKC team that was a buzzsaw. That's not his fault, but it kind of not necessarily exposed the fact, but it kind of validates the simple fact. Yeah, Anthony, you're gonna have a good 10 years, but I ain't gonna lie. After this max contract, man, you might have to consider some things while you're still in your prime, bro. You might have.
We'll see. I think Minnesota's still all right. I mean, we talk about that more in the NBA recap, but yeah, I mean, those are two places I think we went wrong. I went wrong personally this week. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of those things I expected to happen. And then just quick on the last bullet point, U.S. is reaching the semis, and as we're recording, it's the top of the first. USA is actually playing the Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic. But I just want to shout out to, of course, America. You know what I'm saying? No A with the U, apostrophe
America.
M. You know what I'm saying? America. You know, beating Canada belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? 2 times in a row between hockey and baseball. Matter of fact, Trump needs to add another 20% tariff just because we putting belt to ass everywhere. So
You goddamn right now. Hey, go and raise that VA, Trump.
facts. Yeah.
Just for winning. But it's like USA making a statement with this though. I like that because I don't think nobody's gonna argue. Some of them other countries are beasts in baseball. So the fact that we're doing something this year, bro, hey man, that. Yeah, exactly. Dominican Republic too. They don't say LOA. That's kind of like African or something. But they be saying some other stuff. They be saying some other stuff in junk. But it's like, bro, them people in them other countries don't play about that baseball, bro. Shit me.
Facts.
Shit me.
There's 3 sports. There's 3 sports. The world is not fucking off on 3 sports. That's baseball. It's definitely it's basketball now, but it's most definitely out of all 3. It's soccer. They ain't not fucking off on any of those 3 sports.
Oh. Now, I 1000% agree on 2 out of 3. I know it'll be another episode once we get to it, but you think the world caught up with USA basketball?
Man, hey, it's getting very trepidatious. Let's put it that way.
The last couple of MVPs has been overseas players, so yeah, hey, I can't argue with facts, T. I can't argue with facts. I mean, we still won the gold medal.
It took a miracle Steph run versus France.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because hey, it was looking very tenuous until Steph went over here and told him, "Hey, this is my ish." Hey.
No, you're right, and that was Steph's first Olympics too. That's crazy. Yeah. So that makes sense. Because miss me with 2028. KD, if KD gonna play, the KD gonna be on the bench just enjoying the ride, bro. KD gonna be damn near. He's 37 now, man. No, bro. Nah, KD, he'll play. He'll get his burn. But come on, for me.
But I think, but you don't think KD game. But bro, you don't think KD game is similar to LeBron game where it's conducive to that longevity? You know what I'm saying? I think it's even more conducive to that longevity just because he's a 3-level scorer. He scores on the outside, you know what I'm saying? Silky, mid-range, post-game, you know what I'm saying? LeBron finally developed a 3-pointer later in his career and stuff like that, and he's still going at 41, 42, 43, you know what I'm saying? And forever, you know what I'm saying? The infinite pill, forever. But you don't think that KD's game is conducive to, you know what I'm saying, still balling out come 2028, especially when it's here in LA? He ain't got to worry about travel.
No, that's a fair point, but I just feel like, man, KD. It depends on on the team they're gonna have around him, man. You're gonna have the Tatums. You're gonna have the Tatum. You're gonna have maybe the Jay. Yeah, you're gonna probably have. You're gonna have some new blood, man.
Well, yeah, we gonna
that was a solid.
You gonna have Devin Booker still? Stop it. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, we not even at 2028. Yeah, you already getting me excited, bro. We still gonna be deep. We still gonna be deep.
man, look, I'm dude. Canada's loaded. Canada got Shy Dillon. It got Bear. They got, but you got to understand, like,
France got people too.
Jokic's hometowns. Who's Jokic from?
Serbia.
I know Luka from Serbia. Man, but France, man, get out of here. Man, please look. Granted, it's not going to be breaking news, but
your boy plays for France.
Come on now,
he plays for France, bro.
But my thing about it, it's like it's not going to be breaking news. But as of right now, I want to sound like a smart guy and predict the future. Man, Wemby's going to have a 10-year run where it's going to be unfair in basketball, bro. I feel it, man. It's coming because Wemby. Oh my God, bro. But, that's a whole nother subject. But as far as, like, USA basketball, USA going to be cool, man. But I think our run is coming. If anything, I think by 2028, if we do something, I think that's going to be our last goal for, like, a while. I really do believe it. Wow. I think it's going to be a while before we actually get gold medal again, bro, because everybody's going to catch up. Everybody's going to catch up to us at some point, T. It's going to happen, bro.
Somebody going to have to show me.
Man.
And the USA got 2 on right now, top of the first. But yeah. I mean, we can go ahead and transition. I mean, we talking about USA basketball. Let's go ahead and transition to a little bit of NBA basketball, my brother. And we're gonna start in OKC, undefeated this week, clean sweep, beating the Nuggets on the last second 3-pointer by SGA. And bro, I posted as soon as it happened, bro. Like, hey, that blitz came, and this happened to Denver twice this week. I mean, we're gonna talk about the Lakers later on, but bro, as soon as they threw that blitz at SGA went smooth to the right, and I was like, yep, they cook. That boy pulled up. Hey, that boy pulled up at the 3-point line. I was like, yep. I didn't even doubt it, bro. I was like, I know it's going in, bro. That
man, T, I lie to you. I lie to you not, bro. I lie to you not. I'm becoming a believer in Shy. And one thing I'm saying about it's when it's all said and done, bro. If SGA can pull off another championship as quote unquote a small guard, he about 6'3", 6'4", maybe, bro. It's gonna be time to put Shy in that conversation, bro. It's gonna be time to put Shy in that conversation. And when I see Shy flourishing like this, all I can do is think about how stupid the Clippers organization is, bro.
Bro. Every year.
Cause granted, I think he was a part of that trade to get Paul George, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
He was a part of that trade.
Exactly what I was thinking.
dude. And I question, and at this point, he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. But I questions Kawhi Leonard's basketball IQ. You let him go for Paul George, which at the time I get it. But can you imagine SGA now with Kawhi now? The Clippers will be a top 3 team right now, bro.
Yeah, but also we don't know if Shea would have developed into the player he is if he didn't go to.
With Ty Lue, he would have. With Ty Lue, he would have. With Ty Lue.
You think so?
Ty Lue would have got the best out of him. Ty Lue, he would have got the best out of him. But to the original point, dude, when it's all said and done, man. Because I feel like if I'm gonna go top 5 point guards, I'm never arguing with Magic. I'm never arguing with Steph, and I'm never arguing with Isaiah Thomas.
Yep.
Other than that, bro, I think SGA, when it's all said and done, he can make a run for that. Right now, I'm not arguing against those 3. I'm not arguing. Well, granted, I'm not arguing against Magic for number 1, but hey, SGA can make a strong case for 2 though. Cause that man is amazing, bro, and you is not speeding him up. He's playing at his own pace. He's playing at his own speed.
That'd be the craziest part about his whole game is that
man.
It just looks the same every time he on that court, bro. Like whether he going 20 for 26 or 3 for 26, like you're not moving his pace. If he's missing, it's because he's just off. It's not because you really affected him, bro.
But you and one thing I want to say for this new generation who's gonna be watching, and you gotta understand, and Shy is doing this using the mid range.
Yep.
Steph changed the game, but a mid range is still a better shot than the 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that
Old
depends
school
on when
basketball.
you ask whether it's the analytic nerds or the classical NBA people,
bro. But, man, that's what you know what, and that's what I be trying to teach my basketball team. You know, my headaches. It's like, dude, shooting a 3 is fine if you wide open, cool, but bro, fall in love with that mid-range. I don't give a care how weird it looks to everybody knocking down 3s. But I guarantee you'll be a more efficient scorer if you shoot more mid-range than 3s. And that's not saying a lot because clearly the percentage show that.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. And like I said, the Thunder is gearing up. They had a good week. The Thunder's gearing up, bro. And like I said, you gotta knock the champs off the throne. You gotta knock the champs off the throne or whatnot. Yeah, you got to, and boy, that West is going to be a gauntlet. But I'll give love to the East too. With Jason Tatum back actually healthy and playing good off of Achilles injury, man, the East going to be wicked too, bro.
Yeah. And then while you talking about Boston,
It's going to be wicked.
I was about to go off the rest of the OKC week. ended up beating Boston 104 to 102. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the
Mm.
the boys had a good the officer Tatum and Brown had a good game. Um, Chet Holmgren was fouled on the rebound with .9 left, and that gave them the game-winning free throws. You know what I'm saying? 104 102. And then they beat Minnesota earlier this afternoon. So I guess my question to you here, you know what I'm saying, and SGA continued his 20-point scoring record, you know, against Minnesota. It was getting very trepidatious. It was only 4 points in the first half, but hey, he went ahead and pulled it off. But you still think San Antonio at 5 is OKC plays San Antonio, like potentially in the Western Conference Finals?
You know, if I can, you know what? I pride myself on being an honest man, and I pride myself on telling the truth when I'm wrong. I'm gonna take back my statement. I'm gonna take my statement and not say 5, and I'm gonna say.
You gonna say what? You said you
Sweep.
gonna say what? A sweep? You said San
Sweep.
Antonio sweep?
Sweep.
Oh, you disrespectful
Sweep.
now, bro. You disrespectful.
Sweep. Dude, but you got to understand. You seen you, but you know, but let me put you on the spot, T. You can't say that at 11-0 they weren't playing good basketball last month, bro.
Yeah, of course.
That San Antonio is scary, bro. And like I say, all praises to the Lord that nothing happens to Wemby. He can stay in good health, bro. If I tell you this, if barring no crazy injury, if Wemby is healthy by playoffs, I'm putting my money on the Spurs, bro. And I'll pick the Spurs over the Lakers. I won't even lie to you. I'll pick Wemby over LeBron at this point. As far as like if they was match up in the playoffs, honestly. And like I say, it's like regardless of what the Thunder doing now, you can't ignore 4-1 against OKC, bro. And like I said, when they rest them starters, come on, bro. Come on. The Spurs got fear in it. You put fear in Thunder heart, bro.
I mean, I guess we're gonna find out in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with you. I already told you how I feel about that. Even though we haven't had a repeat champion in, I think it's like been 7, 8 years, somewhere around there. But this OKC team, hey, they knocked off. Yeah, and then you got OKC. They beaten Denver, and they're only there with half the roster. You know what I'm saying? Pulling off the upset there. You know, I was actually a little bit surprised to see Chet Holmgren out with an illness, and then they beat Boston, and then they beat Minnesota this afternoon. Yeah, I see the quotation around illness because I don't know how you. Hey, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got the flu game. We got
like we never played with that.
So you out with an illness, bro. You out with an illness. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But bro, you talking about clean sweep by San Antonio, bro? I think you being a little bit disrespectful to this OKC team. Like I know I just said like teams haven't repeated in the last 7 to 8 years, but hey, these boys moving their groove, and whether it don't matter who out or in the lineup, whether it's Jalen Williams out, whether it's Chet Holmgren out, whether it's SGA out, they all moving, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, I OKC is a good team, but you know, I know you like boxing too, man. Style make fights, bro. There's no answer for Wemby, bro. Yeah, Chet, he's just as tall as Wemby, but he's not better than Wemby. Isaiah Hartenstein ain't gonna do shit. And then, like I say, they got depth. OKC got depth. But one thing about Spurs depth, they depth is up there like the 6'5", 6'6", man. They smallest players probably De'Aaron Fox.
But I'll argue with you, sir, while you're going on that little run. Chet Holmgren is not going to allow Wemby to just camp in the paint and block all the shots that he's normally blocking. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they got good defense, because typically he's facing centers where he can just camp out in the hole and he can make all the blocks, you know what I'm saying, 4 blocks or 5 blocks, whatever he need to do. Chet Holmgren is a 3-level player. He can either post up, mid-range, or stretch him out to where, hey, he's not in here just camping in the hole, preventing SGA, Jalen Williams, and them boys from dashing to the hole.
Okay, that's a great point. Can I interest you in this? Do you think you'll ever see Chet Holmgren make AD look like a scrub the way Wemby did?
No. Well, I
So
shouldn't
I don't
say
think
no.
Chet
I shouldn't necessarily say no because obviously, you know what I'm saying, KD will eventually decline, and then people will be able to do whatever they need to do. But I mean, you talk about,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying, this level of KD, not likely, not likely.
And that's what I'm saying. And so yeah, and like no disrespect to Chet. Chet is nice,
Yeah,
man. But
exactly. You do.
Webby is different, bro. He's
Yeah,
different.
but like
And
I said
and it's
last week, like it's not that Wemby's not gonna get his. It's just that he's also gonna have to work on the defensive end. Whereas sometimes, you know what I'm saying, depending on who he playing, it don't feel like he gotta work. He could just camp out and, you know what I'm saying, pick off a shot here and there. You know what I'm saying, guard driving to the lane. But with Chet Holmgren, he gonna have to work
but
defensively.
but Wemby been in the league 2 years now, right? I think he's been in the league 2 years. 2 years, I think. He been in the league 2 years, and he already surpassed Jokic's career blocks, bro. Already.
Well, I mean, he's 7'6", bro.
Man,
Quit playing, bro.
shit, that's
Yeah,
what I'm. That's what,
I don't even know
he's
what the reach is,
7'6"
bro.
and he can move.
The reach ridiculous, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Bryce, get away from my switch, boy. Get away from over there. Go play over there by Mari. My bad.
But let's move on to the Lakers, bro. Hey, the Lakers on a 5-game winning streak, you know what I'm saying, since they lost to the Nuggets last week. They beat some playoff teams. They beat some playoff teams, you know, the Knicks, the Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying, getting back on the Nuggets with the last second shot by Luka, which is similar to what we just talked about with OKC and SGA's game winning shot. The only difference is that Luka went left while SGA went right. And the Nuggets might need to change that defense in the final seconds, bro, because I don't know what's up, but every time they blitz, they get handled, bro.
Bro, every time the Lakers play the Nuggets, it's must see TV, bro.
Oh, dude.
And it's like, dude, and it's like the Nuggets, man. They are so disciplined in so many ways, bro. You can granted, will they always be the favorite? No, but you can't count them out if it makes sense. You can't, bro. Cause they are just so good, bro. They are good, man. They are a believable team, man. And of course they won the championship, of course, but they are a believable team. I thought they was gonna fall off a little bit with Michael Porter, bro, when he left, but them people still rolling, bro. Them people still rolling.
Because all they did was get deep.
But it's just like
with the addition of Bruce Brown,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, all them boys, Cam Johnson, all them.
Yeah, Cam Johnson, yeah, they solid. And I want like Aaron Gordon, that man finding that shot too, boy. He wasn't no 3-point shooter like that before.
Yeah, just need him to stay healthy. Need the team to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? While
Absolutely.
we get to that point, I mean, I'm gonna talk about them a little bit, but I mean, let's talk about the Lakers though, because you know what I'm saying, they got 5 games left against non-playoff teams. Out of, you know what I'm saying, I think everybody got anywhere between 12 to 15 games left, but they only got 5 games left against non-playoff teams. They currently holding the 3 spot. You still think they ducking that San Antonio smoke, bro?
Man, look, let me tell you something. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. Now, they're at the number 3 spot now. And you mentioned you hope Denver don't sell to get into the play-in. They there right now with the Spurs. The Spurs ain't gonna catch OKC. We know that. I think the Lakers still gonna end up at number 4. Because here's the plot they're gonna do. They're gonna end up at 4. They're gonna be watching Denver. I think they want Minnesota because they can stop Ant. As you can see, they can shut down Ant when they want to. They're gonna want Minnesota that first round. They're gonna want to redeem themselves from last year. But you cannot. I mean, granted, at the 3 seed, you'll see the Spurs the second round. But if I'm Bron, hey JJ, we at least got to see Spurs in Western Conference Finals. Get to that 4-5 seed. Get to that 4-5 seed. If anything, I think Denver can get the 3 seed. Lakers gonna be satisfied with 4. If Denver can drop, if Denver, you know, God forbid they're going to lose a streak or something like that. If Denver drop, the Lakers will stay where they at. But they playoffs going to end early, I believe, because you going through the Spurs, they're going to kill you. Wemby put up 40 points in less than 30 minutes, bro. Not a chance. But at the same time, it's kind of like they're gonna flirt with 3 and 4, but they're gonna be watching Denver though. Not saying that they scared of Denver, because arguably they can beat them, but they gotta work too hard with Denver.
Yeah,
They gotta work too hard. They gotta work way too hard.
Way too
And I'm sorry, LeBron, 41 years old. LeBron can't take over a game no more, bro. Luka
Yeah, I
can
mean
take
that's
over
why
a
I said
game, but
episode
Luka gonna
one.
shit you.
Like he can put up stats,
Yeah,
but I mean as far as effective winning, like he can't necessarily do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
there
that's a
you
place
go.
that Father Time has caught up, bro.
Don't pull his arm. You can break his arm like
And
that.
but so
But
my thing about it is,
I
it's
just
like
told you not to hurt him.
but it's funny you say that he is 41, but the shit he doing at 41 is ridiculous, man.
Bryce, get off of him.
yeah. But I mean, to me, you know what I'm saying? I still think that there's more to be desired. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we
For
talked about
sure.
it on previous episode, you know what I'm saying? LeBron becoming the third option. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still need to be sold on it. You know what I'm saying? Because teams are above 500. You know what I'm saying? They're still 17 and 20. They're still under
Yeah.
500 against. So pretty much whoever they play in the playoffs above is going to be above 500, and they're still under 500 against above 500 teams. But
Yeah.
it is looking promising. You know what I'm saying? Especially the last game, LeBron put up 17, and it was Austin Reeves Lucas show. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what you've been looking for. You know. But I still feel
But
like
I am looking for that. I am looking for that. Not to cut you off. I am looking for that. But no, I got to see AR do that in the playoffs. I'm
for
not
sure.
falling for that regular season fluff. Okay.
for sure. But another thing that still bothers me is the lack of defense. Even though they won 5 games in a row, I mean, there's 2 teams that they held under 110. You know what I'm saying? And that was the
Right.
Timberwolves when it was Ant's worst shooting night of his career. And then it was against the Knicks, and Mikal Bridges literally put up 0 in 27 minutes of action. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
Facts.
it just seems like it's 2 outliers, and that's not going to be the norm, especially when you're going into the playoffs. So it's like, you beat Denver like 130, 125, whatever the case may be, but what if your shot is off that day? So what are you going to do at that point?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Anthony Edwards ain't gonna go out like too many times. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna go out
exactly. Like in a 7-game series, you expect Anthony Edwards to average 2 for 15? That's not going to happen, bro.
No, absolutely.
But I mean, I'll tell you one thing that this streak done, you know what I'm saying, exposed for me, and it ain't nothing because I mentioned in previous episodes about the Nuggets playing 500 ball, you know what I'm saying? Like the last,
Facts.
since all of 2026, like pretty much. But it now makes me believe that that's also maybe another favorable matchup with the Lakers besides Houston, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know what? Houston will be a favorable matchup. But they'll beat Houston. But Houston is gonna beat them up though. They're gonna get beat up. You gotta get Houston late. Houston is like a good middle round team you can deal with. You know, Bron and KD gonna sell TV. I got it. But even though playoffs are playoffs, the NBA always gonna try to make money. So it's just like you can see Houston like the second round. The second round, that's fine. As a matter of fact, school me though. Where's Houston sitting? Houston's number 2.
Houston was no, it wasn't. That's San Antonio. I think Houston last I checked was 4. Let me double check.
Okay.
That was at least before when we went into pre-production. It was definitely, yep, Houston's still at 4. So yeah, Lakers at 3, Houston's at 4, and then Nuggets is at 5, Timberwolves at 6.
Facts.
So right now it'll be a first round matchup with the Timberwolves again.
Let me take off my blockers real quick. Getting boy right to the moment. But yeah, no, but yeah, Houston, like, cause nobody is Houston beatable. Yes, but Houston also can beat you too.
Yeah,
And like if they just have one of those good games to where they locking in on defense and KD's in his bag and KD's able to be that efficient scorer that he's known to be. Houston, I can guarantee you this. Besides the Spurs, anybody else going into a series with Houston is going 6 or 7, automatic. Automatic. It's going 6 or 7. Because Houston gonna fight, they gonna bang.
It's just tough.
Ime Doka team is always tough.
Yeah, and the tough part with me, as far as the Western Conference is concerned, between Houston and Minnesota, a team that I like, they both don't have like point guard running the team, and that's their problem. Like that's why I feel like there's a hard ceiling with both of them. They don't have no true point guard, bro.
Stop spilling your water.
Absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, knock on wood, Fred VanVleet can come back and pull like a Jason Tatum. But it looks like he may be sitting out the rest of the season. I don't know. Have you heard any rumblings?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. I think because if Fred VanVleet was with Houston, they'll definitely be one of my picks to come out the West because all they need is somebody to orchestrate. They just need somebody to orchestrate. That's all they need. And Fred VanVleet's a proven champion. He won with Toronto.
Yep, exactly.
He been through that. He been through it. And KD loves basketball players, but he loves dogs, bro. KD he loves dogs. Fred VanVleet is a dog. I don't think he get enough credit. I mean, granted, he never got the recognition as a perennial all-star or something like that, but Fred VanVleet ain't no slouch, bro.
No.
Fred can go.
You know why they don't consider him a dog? Cause he light skinned.
Man, that could be true. Light skin get a bad rap, man.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and segue to the overall NBA, you know what I'm saying? I know we normally talk about 3 teams, but let's talk about the overall NBA, you know what I'm saying? With approximately 12, 15 games left in the season, you know what I'm saying? It does seem like we do got our playoffs set. We just trying to figure out who's going to be dancing with who in the first round as far as 1 through 10 is concerned.
There you go.
I mean, there's still some teams that are considered mathematically alive, even though are they really? We got Milwaukee, Chicago, Memphis, Dallas, New Orleans, and Utah that's still considered, you know what I'm saying, not eliminated, but we know they really eliminated. Obviously, we don't expect any of them to make the play-in. We got Memphis is the 11th seed in the West. They're 8.5 games behind 10th with 16 games left, so we can assume they're about to be eliminated pretty quick. Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? We was talking a little bit about in the pre-production meeting. They're 6 games behind Charlotte for the 10th seed. I mean, we don't really expect a collapse from any of the 10 seeds in either conference, whether it's Portland or Charlotte in this case. But what is interesting is that seeds 5 through 9 in the East is only separated by 2.5 games. Seeds 3 through 7 in the West are only separated by 3 games. So Phoenix is trying to fight their way out of the play-in as they're currently in 7th. But as far as like the bottom of the standings is concerned and the teams that's currently in the play-in, I can give you the list right now off of each conference. So right now, 7 through 10 in the Eastern Conference is Miami, Philly, Atlanta, Charlotte. And then in the Western Conference, we got only Phoenix can fight their way out of the play-in. But as far as those 7 through 10 is concerned, we got Phoenix, the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Blazers. But you feel like, how do you feel like how the bottom of the standings is going to shake out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think any of them can play their way out of the play-in and then provide any smoke in the first round? Because, I mean, especially when I was talking about the Eastern Conference, like, we got 5 through 9 as Orlando, Toronto, Miami, Philly. You know what I'm saying? I know you was kind of high on Philly a couple episodes ago. And then we got Atlanta. Like, they're only separated by 3 games. So that 5 through 9, like, anybody could end up being in the play-in and anybody could be safe playing Cleveland or New York in the first round.
You know, that's a great question. I'm still high on Philly, but the only thing that may hurt them, because Paul George's suspension is about to end eventually. Hopefully, if Paul George can come back that last week of the season, all of them can at least get like a couple of weeks under their belt to build that chemistry, and hopefully, talent alone that gets you off to the playoffs. But look, let me tell you, I'll tell you this: will they get far in the playoffs? No. But I know a lot of teams, as laughable as this may sound, I know a lot of teams looking at Charlotte, bro. Charlotte's coming. Charlotte got their coach for the next 5 to 10 years. They got their coach. LaMelo Ball is finally starting to get, of course they had to build, but LaMelo Ball is starting to, he's starting to prove his daddy right. His daddy gonna talk all types of shit. Yeah. But Melo's gonna get a couple of All-NBAs in the next few years. So you gotta understand, Melo's still 24, 25. He's still young. And dude, Charlotte's scared. And like I say, they'll probably get put out in maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? If they get a good matchup, maybe 6. But Charlotte is going to wear you down. I can tell, like, a lot of people, they're going to beat Charlotte, but you're going to earn it. You're going to earn it. I think Charlotte's going to probably get that number. They're still, at the least, they'll be at the play-in. But, man, the way they've been playing, I can see them getting 6, bro. I can see them getting 6. Because Charlotte, I was so happy to see Charlotte turn that corner, bro. I was excited, bro. Because we need some fresh blood. We need some new teams. And, you know, it's kind of sidetracked a little bit. But I love the fact that OKC won the championship, and I'll tell you why. OKC followed an old recipe. Granted, they got a big 3, don't get me wrong. But clearly, you know, Chet and SGA are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams ain't no slouch. But as far as, like, in and out game, y'all got to go with the 1-2 punch. So that'll be SGA. And that'll be Chet Humphrey. But I was so glad that OKC won the championship because they did it the right way. They only trade was SGA. And Isaiah Hartenstein, obviously. But SGA was the big trade that made the biggest impact. And the reason why it brings that old school parity back to the NBA that you can build your championship teams. We went through the Big 3 era thanks to LeBron. Kind of sort of. Boston started it, but LeBron and KD took over the 2010s with that bullshit. But at the same time, now people are getting back to normal. We're going to build through draft. We're going to build with our own players, bro.
And I mean, honestly, that was like both sides of that finals, you know what I'm saying? You could have said the same thing
Absolutely.
if, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, Tyrese Halliburton, if that Achilles and bone in Indiana happened to win the finals, like, you could have said the same thing about Indiana, you know what I'm saying? It was mostly homegrown talent.
And breaking news, not breaking news. If Halliburton was healthy, I think Indy would have won.
No, I agree. I definitely thought that Indiana was going to
have
win
one of those
Game 7.
games, bro.
Because Halliburton was snapping off the beginning.
He hit about 2 threes. Oh, my God.
Holly was ready.
Halliburton was ready.
Mr. Halliburton was committing a terrorist attack in Game 7, and then he popped his Achilles. Like,
Look how ironic that worked out last year. Tyrese Halliburton was quick to be like, man, I got an A in the group project and didn't do nothing. But he was the only one at that USA team to go to the finals, though. Crazy.
Crazy work.
Crazy.
Hey, my man was learning from the elites, and he took that back to Indiana and took it to the chip.
Bro. And granted, was it a popular finals? No. But for the love of basketball, I enjoyed it, man. Because it was
if you love real basketball, you love that series. That series was crazy. Pure fundamental basketball, bro.
Everybody say they love the star power and stuff like that, bro. You cannot beat good basketball, T. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, it don't really matter because, like, even if you look back a few years ago when you start about the Suns and the Bucks in the finals, you know what I'm saying? Like when Giannis won his first one, like those are not 2 traditional flagship franchises, but it was still good basketball to watch.
Yeah. Two people you would never thought.
Facts.
2 people you would never thought, and that's what I'm saying. And whether people give it credit or not, man. Dude, you're gonna have your superstars, and you know they're gonna ride Wemby, they're gonna ride Luka, they're gonna ride their superstars, yes, man. But I'm telling you, I think this particular era when LeBron and KD and Steph retire, I think NBA is gonna be able to go through that little. They're gonna be able to go through that little transition where they can go back to teams winning again instead of being known for a superstar.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a superstar, yes, but it's still gonna go back to the overall team that was built, won the championship, and I think that'll be good for the league, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be good for the league. You see with the NBA adding those 2 aprons and stuff, they did that to avoid, y'all not gonna do that KD to the Warriors shit no more. I mean, it was good TV, but we lost a lot of viewers, bro. Because a lot of people was like, man, it ain't no parity. It ain't no parity. And
we already know who's going to the finals.
2017,
the whole playoffs is pretty much an invitational, like.
Come on, bro. And even though every year the NBA is going to be like, who's going to win the championship? And the odds are pretty big. Man, the Warriors probably like plus 100, bro. That's the low as hell. And I'm like, man, please. And I'm like, bro, yeah, ain't nobody stopping that junk. But that's why they added them aprons. NBA ain't going to do that shit no more. No. Okay, you can get all the superstars all you want to, but you going to pay like an extra $190 million. Go ahead. You going to get this championship. But the NBA going to get that revenue somehow. And we're going to get it from y'all ass. It ain't billions, but $100 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. It ain't nothing to sneeze at. But to answer your question, I think Charlotte, and I'm always gonna be high on Philly, bro. Cause like I say, Maxie got that confidence. Maxie is a dog, and like I say, Paul George, even though he get a bad rap for how he is sometimes, everybody controversial take. Everybody be like, oh, I think he's better than T-Mac to me. That's just me. That's just me. Cause yeah, I think he is, bro. Cause T-Mac never got out the first round. Paul George took Indy to the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami Heat twice, bro. No, they only went in 13.
I can't argue.
13
I
once,
can't.
but I know they went Game 7.
You got the evidence. I can't argue against that. You know what I'm saying? T-Mac could play for the Magic. You know what I'm saying? That's the squad. But yeah, as far as playoff success, yeah, PG had a better playoff success. But
I mean, T-Mac caught the short end of the stick because Duncan didn't come and Grant Hill couldn't stay healthy. Maybe it would have been a different story. But shit, Paul George didn't have no other superstar on that team. Not Delonte, but David West was solid. Roy Hibbert had a couple of good years, but Paul George was carrying that team like Halliburton, bro.
oh yeah, for sure.
And he did more with less. With I wouldn't necessarily say less. T-Mac had less, but like I said, he was the sole guy. He was the scouting report, and he still went to the Western Conference Finals that whole week. So that alone keeps me high on Philadelphia, man. Paul George ain't no slouch. He not, bro.
No, he ain't been no
And they
slouch.
got
I mean, he has been underwhelming though. I'm not gonna lie, he has been underwhelming since he left Indiana.
Fair.
Though. Like where it's been at OKC, you know what I'm saying? Because I was expecting them to help my boy Russ, you know what I'm saying? Like take that to the mountaintop, but that never materialized. And then he went over. Kawhi thought that was gonna be the guy, which I don't know how you look at 2 stops and you was like, yeah, I could change that. That's like motherfucking turn a hoe to a housewife right there. My man just showed you twice who he was.
Yeah, facts.
He done show you twice who he was. So how you thought you was about to win with him, bro? You should have brought. Hey, if anything, Kawhi, you should just brought Kyle Lowry with you to LA. How about that? Since you didn't want to stay in the 6, you know what I'm saying, with Drake and them. If you wanted to really go to LA, you should have just brought Kyle Lowry with you, bro.
Hey, man. Like I said, I get why Kawhi wanted Paul George for SGA. Get it, but even within that point, look at that overhaul Paul George got for that. That if OKC need to go and give Paul George a ring, that's how they got all that depth. Clippers gave them the whole house.
Yeah, facts.
They gave him the whole house, they gave him the whole cul-de-sac. They gave him about 3 houses for Paul George, but that's who Paul George is. That's who Paul George is, and he's just like, man, shoot. But that's why I'm so high, bro. But like I said, worst case scenario, will I be surprised if they lose? No. But at the same time, bro, if at least if Philadelphia can at least get all back together by early April, mid-April, let them get a little chemistry, I think they're gonna be okay.
That's fair.
Because Max
and
is
then
okay.
I'm looking at it right now myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it right now myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the Sixers in the 8th spot. So let's just say the standards just hold the form, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I mean, even though I think Miami can fight their way out of the play-in. They're in the 7th seed right now. But let's say, like, the 76ers stay in 8th spot and they play Detroit in the first round. A healthy Philadelphia squad, I definitely think they can give Detroit some smoke. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be very big, especially when you're talking about a healthy Embiid in that lineup. You know what I'm saying? So I could see a potential there. But as far as like the shakeup's concerned, to me, like Miami's only a half a game out from Toronto, who's currently holding the 6th spot. I can see a situation which Miami can play themselves out. And it's not even just a recency bias with Bam getting his 83 points.
Yeah, I put an 83, yeah.
But they're only a half game behind Toronto, so it's nothing for them to flip that and then finally get their ass out of play. And especially when Bam said he's sick and tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what that 83 points was about. He was like, bruh, hey, get us out the motherfucking play-in, bruh. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I am tired of having to play a playoff game in order to get into a series and get knocked out in the first round, bro. Let me get into the first round automatically.
But what irks my nerves about Miami? Miami is a good team, man. But Miami is that one good team who's still missing that number one dog, bro. Bam is good. Bam got 83. That's gonna be etched in history. But you won't get the best. You won't get the most potential out of a hero or a Bam unless you got a dog, bro. That's why I worked with Jimmy. Jimmy was really.
They are almost like the NFL equivalent of a number 2 and number 3 receiver. You still need a number 1.
There you go. Yeah. Exactly. And I can say, was Jimmy a solid number 1? Yes, but Jimmy's not really a 1. But he got him to the finals twice. Cool.
Yep.
He got him in the bubble, and then he got him in 2023. Cool. But at the same time, man, they just need that dog, bro. They need a dog, bro. They need one bad. That's why knock. He may not be doing nothing in Memphis for the most part, but then again, at the same time, I think if Ja go to Miami, it'll be different.
Oh no, he can't go down there. He cannot go down there, Holmes. He cannot go down there, Holmes.
I mean, granted, he may
cannot
get in trouble. He may get in trouble as far as like messing with some hoes or something like that. But man, if he end up going to Miami, is they a championship team? No, but then again, at the same time, like they'll be a dog. Like you'll have a dog as your point guard, though. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a dog. So it's kind of like, man, that shit there. Oh, you think they ain't good enough still?
Nah, I'm talking about just him being down in Miami. Period. Like, we talking about Miami, bro? He doing all this trifling shit in Memphis right now, bro. You imagine him in Tootsie's over there in Miami, bro?
But I will say this though. Memphis a kid.
11.
Miami will drain your money.
Exactly, bro. All this stuff he going through in Memphis, with the gun charges in the strip club and stuff like that, bro. Like, you don't think that's gonna get exacerbated in Miami, bro? Like, come on, bro.
I get what you're saying.
Nah, he need to go somewhere. Like, he need to go to Milwaukee. That's where he need to go. He need to go somewhere like Milwaukee or Utah. He need to get his mind right, bro.
To do that, man.
Matter of fact, they need to put an expansion team in Montana and send his ass there, bro. That's what they need to do with John Morant.
Get him out of, man. But you know what? With the cachet he got with his shoes, because my son got like 2 pairs of his shoes, and my basketball team, everybody got jobs on my basketball team. As much as he make it with that market, he ain't going to no small market when he leave. Memphis is a small market. He's going to be somewhat big, bro. He's going to a big market somewhere. They got to capitalize.
I know he is. But A, those big markets going to have to sign him. And B, if I know his track record, like, I couldn't be. He's definitely not. If I was the owner of the Houston Rockets, he's not coming to Houston. We got all these strip clubs and bad bitches here, and you got all these guns, and you got bad intentions. You not coming down here. If I'm the owner of the Atlanta Hawks, you not coming over here. I don't care if you close to the crib. I don't care if that's 3 hours, 4 hours from the crib. You're not coming here. Miami, you're not coming here. I don't care if Florida's a Republican state and you can tote your guns anywhere you want to. You can tote it in Publix. You can tote it in a strip club. I don't care, bro. You still can't come here.
You know what I think though? Breaking news, not breaking news. I'm gonna say it now. I could be wrong, but hell, I'll be right as fuck if I'm gonna just throw this out here now, so we can once if it happens, and once it happens, we'll both share it on social media so we can look like the smart GMs. I think John finna end up with Zion, bro. I see it.
I'm not mad at
that.
And
I think Ja gonna end up in New Orleans. Rue, Kimon, Jeffro, I think Ja gonna end up. He gonna end up in New Orleans with Zion.
I'm not even mad at that idea, to be honest with you. I think so.
Because New Orleans, I mean, I don't think Memphis ain't a bigger city. I mean, they both small market, but New Orleans
they're similar. They're similar in size. I mean, I've been to both. They're similar in size.
But I'm saying as far as like the vibes and like city love, though.
It's gonna be the same thing. It's similar communities. It's gonna be similar communities.
That is a good question though. No, that's not a question. Because I was just about to ask, what city care more about their sports team than that Saints love is delusional. Yeah. That state's a little delusional. Yeah, they know that. I know a lot of my friends, like a lot of my partners on Facebook and stuff, they are diehard Saints fans. They know they
That's
suck,
fine. That's my
but
birth
they
state.
love
I
their
like the Saints
Yeah,
too. I mean, they ain't the
yeah,
squad. I mean, you know, the squad is the Titans, but yeah, I show love to the. That's my birth state, Louisiana. So
yeah.
yeah, I show love to the Saints all the time.
But it's funny. It's funny how they similar in a sense. They both small markets, and they both got an NBA and NFL team that they both love. But I think New Orleans love they shit a little bit more because I think everybody love the Titans more than the Grizzlies. That's just me. Of course,
Oh yeah, for
everybody
sure.
love the Titans, but then
Football's
again,
king in
like I
Tennessee.
say, but
Yeah.
say,
Even though,
yeah.
even though Memphis is a big basketball town, like outside of Tennessee,
Yeah,
it's
the
not.
college
It's
and
like there's little pops in Nashville and stuff like that, but really Memphis is the big
Yeah.
basketball town in Tennessee. But football's all over the state, like that from Memphis to Nashville to Chattanooga to Knoxville, to, like all over the state. Like football getting down in
Yeah.
Tennessee. That king. So yeah, Titans bigger than
Nah, you're not wrong.
Memphis. That's absolutely yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You not wrong because it's like, dude. But I see Ja going with Zion. They gonna get them together. I can see that, and because I think Zion starting to turn that corner health wise a little bit finally. Because me personally, he was a bust to me. He got like I take that bust label off him. Oh yeah. But I think he's starting to figure it out. I think now, you know what I'm saying, because like he already reached a clause in his contract that he's gonna get like a extra 8.5 next year anyway, because he had reached some stuff in his contract. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I think Ja and Zion would be big money, and I think that'd do big things for New Orleans. I think it would. But not Za. Well, you might as well call it Za when he get together. Za gonna end up together in New Orleans. Yeah.
That'd be the new
I
duo.
said it first, ladies and gentlemen.
Smoking on that Zaza.
Once Ja get to New Orleans, yeah, they're gonna be called Za. Watch. Zion and Ja. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fortune tellers around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think they gonna get together, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. Granted, is it a guaranteed championship? No. But them motherfuckers gonna sell some tickets. But people gonna come see that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, people gonna see
South.
that. That's
Whole
gonna
South
fill
got
up the
represent for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they definitely selling out when they go to Charlotte because both of them from Carolina. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's just like it's crazy.
But yeah, let's go ahead and transition to the NFL though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happened this week. The biggest thing that happened this week though is the Ravens reneging on the Max Crosby trade, bro. And then conveniently signing Trey Hendrickson for cheaper than Max Crosby. So hey, I'm gonna ask you a quick question though. You feel like that whole situation is fair or foul? And do you feel like hey, people gonna treat Baltimore different going forward as far as business is concerned?
Hell no. Baltimore's one of those staples in the NFL, man. They always gonna show Baltimore love. And my thing about it is, as businessmen, it was this is what make Baltimore organization good. They know loopholes and they know good and well. I'm pretty sure they say they were trying to get both of them. Bullshit. You're not going to put $70 million on 2 DNs and you still got to pay Roquan and that defense a little more. That wasn't going to happen. You already gave an extension to Derrick Henry already. You got him up to like 16, 18 million. You weren't going to have Henderson or Crosby. But I know they were talking to Henderson. They shot for the big fish. But then again, by the time that happened, Henderson people got back at him. Because Cincinnati was going to give him 30 plus. This man took 28 in Baltimore. And you know why? It's a better defense. It's a better defense because you got to understand, he's going to be the big fish in Cincinnati, and he'll be the small fish in the big pond with Baltimore because the defense is already solid. Man, please. Man, everybody do that trade. Whether they say they play dirty ball or not. Everybody in their right mind. Bro, is Henderson Max Crosby? No. But Henderson ain't no slouch. Bro, I was able to get Henderson for $28 million. I was able to get Henderson for $28 million and keep my 2 first-round picks and we're a good drafting team. Man, please. No, that's that. You everybody. I'm not even an NFL GM, but if I can save some money and keep my draft pick, man, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because granted, a lot, maybe what don't get spoken about or not, he's coming off a torn meniscus. He did a physical. They had story has it that multiple doctors was there, including the Dallas Cowboys. But see, this is how I know something's kind of legit. When they rescinded the Max Crosby trade and they went back, Dallas said they was done with it. If you would have thought Max Crosby was like truly healthy, Dallas would have swooped that up. Dallas, they doctors went down there. Yeah, nah. The doctors was like, nah. I mean, granted, a torn meniscus cool, but man, Max Crosby get 35 plus million. Nah, you ain't go. Max Crosby, he's gonna play, but he ain't gonna play 17 games every year. Henderson got hurt too. He may not, but Henderson is a cheaper option though. So I take that all day. He a big body. He about 6'5", 6'6", about 300 pounds. Well, about 280, somewhere around there. So I'm like, man, Henderson ain't no slouch. Is he Max? No, but Baltimore needed a pass rusher. They got it. Smart move.
Yeah, and I agree with you, bro. Because I was saying the same thing. I was like, this shit fair. Like, I mean, we're looking at it. Hey, each team has their own standard for physicals. You know what I'm saying? Raiders got one standard for their physical. Ravens got one standard for their physicals. Excuse me. Raiders got another standard. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to imagine the Ravens standard when I'm talking about I'm giving away 2 first-round draft picks. I'm probably going to have a high standard as far as what you need to do for me to give up these first-round draft picks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we talk about 2 first-round draft picks. If I was giving away a 3rd and a 4th, I might be like, hey, I don't know about this knee recovery, but hey, I'm willing to take a chance on it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if you want to relate to everyday life, hey, when you go to the doctor, you get one opinion, right? A lot of people do what? They go get a second opinion, bro. That ain't nothing different than what the Ravens did. They just went and got a second opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell me that Crosby's doctor don't got no bias as far as saying, hey,
come on now,
my player's recovering from this knee surgery. Excellent. He's ahead of schedule. He's on schedule to do whatever he need to do. You don't think that the agent got some sort of bias, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to get my player signed to extension and all this good stuff. Like, what we really talking about? And then when we talk about it at the end of the day, hey, money talks, bullshit walks. You know what I'm saying? If the Ravens paying top of the line for a free agent, no matter what your position is, I promise you're going to go over there and take a look. Mm-hmm. I don't see any player in Baltimore turning down a contract, you know what I'm saying, if Baltimore's paying the top of the market for these free agents, bro.
It's only 2 players. It's only 2 players Ravens wouldn't rescinded that trade for. It's all fantasy, but it's only 2 players. T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. That's it.
Yeah,
it wouldn't matter if Myles Garrett had to. Oh shit, man, they don't care. Max Crosby, cool. He's one of the best. He's top 5 for sure. Man, please. Yeah, Max Crosby, he's okay. You can't from the Raiders, motherfucker.
And you know what I'm saying? If I'm the Raiders, obviously I'm pissed because you know what I'm saying. The Raiders on the side some free agents. You know what I'm saying? Expecting that Crosby's salary is going to be off the books. So they was like, hey, let me go ahead and get Linderbaum and all these players and stuff. But now they got Crosby's number back on the books. And you know what I'm saying? Even though Crosby was like, he tweeting out, you know what I'm saying? Let's run this shit back.
Undertaker shit.
Bro, you was already halfway out the door, bro. You know, hey, thanks. You was like, as soon as that trade was announced that you was going to Baltimore, you was happy, you know what I'm saying? Because even though Baltimore didn't make the playoffs this year, you know they're continuing next year. They're always a contender, bro. You was like, I'm about to leave this bullshit in Las Vegas. I'm about to go over here and play for a contender, play some meaningful football in December and January. Come on, stop playing, bro. Stop playing.
Facts. No, absolutely. I agree with that, man. It's just like, but you know what, though? But God works in mysterious ways. The Raiders got blessed, though. Because you got to think about it, bro. They got N'Kobe Dean. And who's the other linebacker they got? They got, what's his name? Not Gary, but they got Quay Walker. Man, please. Yep. That defense still. Them
boys signed them quite a few people in this offseason, bro.
And what's his name? And they still got Adams. Man, please. Nah. The Raiders are happy they got Max Crosby back because they got him some backup on defense. And my thing about it is the Raiders are still in good position. If I was the Raiders, because I was talking to my partner about it. He's a diehard Ravens fan. Shout out Tommy. You know what I'm saying? I was asking him about. I said, bro, if I'm the Raiders, let's just say if the Max Crosby stuff stuck, bro, I would have traded that number one pick to get all that cachet to do a full rebuild in one draft, bro. Because like I said, Mendoza gonna be solid. I hope so. I hope so, man. What Mendoza was great last year.
Hey, they always setting up for him. They get Linderbaum to solidify the line. You know what I'm saying? They getting the line solidified. They got, you know what I'm saying? Ashton Jeffrey in the backfield. They got Genty in the backfield. They got Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got an ecosystem ready for him, bro.
Dude, and my thing about it is, if I'm the Raiders,
here, take your stuff. Get all your toys up and go to
look,
bed. No more playing.
Is Mendoza a game-changing person? We don't know yet. That's yet to be seen. Obviously, I can be wrong. If Mendoza come in and guns are blazing, but first things first, they in a tough division. You got Chargers, you got Broncos, and you got Chiefs. Good luck. But even with that though, T, if I'm them, I would trade that first round pick, bro. I would, bro. I would. Cause my thing about it is, if I'm the Raiders, I trade that first round pick. You'll get a lot of first rounds and second rounds. You probably can get a couple more first round picks for that. Somebody's gonna break the bank for that first round pick, cause somebody probably believe in Mendoza. Who we got? Cardinals maybe. Cardinals. You got Cardinals. If I was to go down the line, if I can just think about it, Cardinals good. Cardinals need a quarterback. Vikings got Kyler Murray, so they ain't not finna do nothing. So, but when I think about it, you can see Dolphins. Dolphins probably would have gave it away. Or
Dolphins got Malik
obviously.
Williams, so Dolphins signed Malik Williams, so I got believe that they believe in him. So.
Well, but I'm saying in the sense of like, if let's just say if that didn't happen, Dolphins would have made a run for it. It's a couple of teams that need a quarterback, but it's like, dude, if I was the Raiders, bro, the Raiders would have been in so good position too. And if Max Crosby stuff would have stayed, bro, I would have traded that first round pick and got old linemen. I would have got some skill positions. I would have got a cornerback. I would have got a receiver. Your linebacker core, your D line set. They are set, bro. Cause like Kobe Dean ain't no slouch. Quay Walker is solid, bro. Solid. He did wonders for goddamn Green Bay. Man, please. That I will say will the Ravens suck next year? They won't suck, but of course they'll be last place with all that talent in the NFC West, AFC West. But dude, let me tell you something. That defense is gonna be top 15 too. I see it, bro. It's gonna be top 15. Max Crosby can get healthy in a few months, and bro, you gonna have all three levels. You got Adams, you got Quay and Kobe, and you got Max Crosby. That's all you need. You need three level guys that can lead they group, man. And the Raiders gonna do it. The Raiders ain't gonna be no easy win next year. I'm gonna tell you that now, because you got Clint Kubiak, who comes from that Shanahan Kubiak tree. Hey, shout out to bro. If y'all listen to anything I say, Genty finna run for about 1,600 yards next year. It's gonna happen. You got Linderbaum. Linderbaum will get that old line right. Regardless, Kubiak is gonna get the offense. He's gonna be a running team. The Kubiaks and the Shanahans. You see why the 49ers are so great. You see why the Broncos look great. If you do your
you come from that Shanahan tree. You run the ball.
Dude. If you look at what the Broncos did in 98 and 99, those Super Bowl years, or 97, 98 kind of sort of, bro, Mike Shanahan was the coach of the Broncos. Clinton Portis ran for 16. Mike Anderson ran for 16. Bro, or whoever was running back. I remember in the early 2000s after Terrell Davis retired, bro, he had back-to-back. Clinton Portis ran for 1,500. You know what I'm saying? That other running back, Anderson ran. I probably get his name wrong, but he ran for 1,500. You're right. When Shanahan was in Washington, Alfred Morris was running for 3-4 years, 1,500 yards. They can run that ball, bro, and they do that zone stretch.
Yep.
Man, please, Genty finna go off with Clint Kubiak, bro. Mendoza is yet to be seen as if he's a Sam Darnold or not. But my thing about it is, you put Mendoza in a situation like that took care of Sam Darnold and got the Marine. Man, please.
It's all looking set up for Mendoza.
Yeah,
it's all looking set up for Mendoza.
Will they make noise? Yeah, will they make noise next year? No. But if the Raiders stick to this blueprint, and like I said, Tom Brady may be able to, talking some common sense to that office. Like I said, you do that 2-3 years from now, Raiders might be number one in the division if they stay on this path. I'm just being honest. The Raiders are gonna be back. The Raiders are gonna be back if they stick to this blueprint. Cause dude, y'all need to take a page out of John Schneider's book. And I know and not to jump ahead, but I know we're gonna get the K9 going to the Chiefs. You see what I told you? Seattle's not losing their defense again. They're not gonna do another Russell Wilson, bro. And like I said, breaking news, not breaking news. Sam Darnold gonna play on this year? Sam Darnold, don't you bring your ass in that damn office saying you want 60, 65 million. T, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now.
2027, bro.
Bro, by the time we doing our 100 or 500 episode next year, 2027, clip this. Sam Darnold take his ass to the office asking for something too big for his pay grade, his ass gone too. They got Jalen Miro for a reason. Jalen Miro be that bridge quarterback till they go find somebody else in the draft. Sam Darnold, even if you let's just say for the sake of argument, Sam Darnold got a Super Bowl ring, and let's just say he'll get an All Pro next year. Motherfucker, your ass better not ask for nothing less than $50 million, G. You better not. You better not ask for Lamar money. You better not. Well, Patrick Mahomes, he got 45 because that's team friendly. But Mahomes getting paid. But you ain't gonna get Lamar money. You're not getting Dak money. If you would have been doing what you did in the beginning of your year, yes. No, Sam Darnold, you got your ring at year 7, 8. Calm your ass down, bro. Calm your ass down. You out here in Seattle. We ain't got state tax. Get your ass $50 million. Shut the hell up. Shut up. I'm telling you. See, like I said, Kansas City gave Walker $14-15 million. I think Seattle could have did that. But then again, you seen that defense, bro. Yeah. Are they LOB? No, but they're called the dark side for a reason. John Schneider is not breaking up that defense again. He learned his lesson, bro. Now, granted, we didn't start the podcast then, but I was talking to my partner then. I knew after that bullshit Woolen did in that game, I knew Woolen was gone, but he went to Philadelphia. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Too. I knew Woolen was gone. I knew he was gone. Yeah, I knew he was gone. I knew it. I'm talking to we at Buffalo Wild Wings having a good time. I'm like, when Woolen got that penalty, I say, Dre, he's gone. He's gone. And Woolen's 6'4" and locking people down. But he said, you too much of a problem. You got I don't want to butcher his name, but you got that safety at number 3, and you got Witherspoon, you got Ernest Jones, you got Lawrence. Bro, y'all all right. Y'all all right. So like I said, I ain't trying to drag the Seattle thing out. Sam, it's been not going to action for max money, bro. You found somebody that accepted you for who you are. Don't get too big for your britches. Don't you dare. Your ass gone too. You gone too. K9, you was solid. I feel like if K9 didn't have no injury-prone history, he would have got the bag. But nigga, your first 4 years, you was hurt for at least 2. So they did the right thing. MVP or not, they did the right thing.
That's fair.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the original point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just about to say one more thing about the Raiders. But with the Raiders, though, bro, y'all ain't making no noise for the time being. But right now, more than ever, whether y'all believe it or not, this is a window for y'all to right the ship and actually build a team, bro. Don't fuck it up.
Don't forget. While you talking, I mean, I'll continue to finish that point before we move on. But yeah, like the top 5 spenders in free agency, both of them was in the Super Bowl this past year, like 1 and 5, Seattle and New England. So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do when it comes to free agency season. But speaking of this free agency season, we talking about over $6 billion in contracts was moved this week. Jeez, bro. $6 billion, bro. $6 billion, bro. In 1 week. We got Mike Evans to the Niners. We got Tua to the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? You mentioned Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. I mentioned Leonard Bond to the Raiders. Kyler Mertz went to the Vikings as we expected. So, I mean, I'll let you shoot wherever you want to go shoot, and we'll just talk about whoever. Let's go ahead and run it.
I'm a stick with what I said in a pre-production meeting. Kyler is the best move. Kyler is the best. He's the best move out of all of them. But a close second was Tyler Lindenbaum because that's gonna fix all of that. That's gonna fix that O line and Clint Kubiak need like a leader of that ship. Lindenbaum can be like another Jason Kelsey. I can see that. Lindenbaum is pretty good. He's solid. I know Lamar gonna miss him, but Lindenbaum was fire. But I'm gonna say my top three picks. You ain't mentioned them, but I say these top three picks: Kyler Murray to the Vikings, Lindenbaum to the Raiders, and boop, 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 boop. Another fantasy pick for 2026. Isaiah Likely to the Giants is going to change their offense tremendously.
Oh, for sure.
I think those are like the top three picks in free agency for sure. For sure, Isaiah Likely.
I definitely like Likely to the Giants. Yeah, especially you talking about
dude.
You know what I'm saying, the familiarity between Harbaugh and Likely. You talking about adding another weapon for Jackson Dart. Neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he come back fully recovered from his injury. Oh, and then Scatterboot. That Giants offense.
And let me tell you something, T.
Problem.
And rumor has it by the draft, New York it might try to snatch Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jaguars. You get neighbors and BTJ together with Isaiah Likely, Scatterboo, Tracy.
Stop. We're not even towards prediction week yet, but I mean, I know that's going to be a lot of people's favorites as far as worst to first is concerned. I already know that's going to be a lot of people's favorites. I mean, we're going to see what everything happens, you know what I'm saying? I like to wait till right after all the preseason games is done before I give my prediction because, you know what I'm saying, hey, injuries could happen in preseason and all that stuff. So we gonna hold on. But yeah, I can see where everybody's going with this Giants worst to first thing. You know what I'm saying?
But I say this one key though, T. I'll say this one key. Breaking news, not breaking news, people. The Giants were able to make this move while keeping the best D line in football. That's all I say about that.
That's fair. And I think for me, you know what I'm saying, as far as all the moves was concerned, yeah, we gonna agree with the biggest move, Kyler Murray, for the veterans minimum.
Oh yeah.
Only $1 million against your salary cap. Arizona still got to pay him that other $36 million. And we already talked about it previously. You know what I'm saying? The best quarterback in Texas high school football history. The best quarterback in Texas high school football history. And we know all the players that come out of Texas. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a Floridian, so I'm always going to be biased towards my state. But, you know what I'm saying? Besides us,
of course,
Texas, California, like those are like the three big states for football. You know what I'm saying? We'll do honorable mention for Ohio, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Mississippi got something, sure. Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We can run it down. Sure. But, yeah, you talking about with Texas high school football, all the quarterbacks that come out of there from Drew Brees and Matthew Stafford and all them, and you talking about that's the best ever to come out of Texas high school football, pushing it down the field to the Jets. Oh yeah, that for $1 million. I only got paid $1 million, bro. Come on, stop playing. And we was 9-8 last year with the Brian Flores defense, and Brian Flores' defense was dominating despite the fact that they had garbage ass quarterback play. Come on, bro. Now imagine them with a lead. Imagine them with a lead, bro.
And look at this. Kevin O'Connell never had a dual threat quarterback until Kyler Murray.
Facts. And we talking about Kevin O'Connell. And while you mentioned KOC, you know what I'm saying? We know he's the, you know what I'm saying? He's almost like the Passion of Christ when it comes to quarterbacks. He resurrects them from the dead, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, hey, and Kyler Murray was in a Vikings jersey growing up. Oh yeah, this might be big time. This might be big time,
dude. And like I say, I know you don't want to do early predictions. Green Bay lost too much. Green Bay lost too much. Detroit
that division is so tight,
dude. But let me tell you something. Chicago and Minnesota is coming out Division 1 and 2. I'm telling you that now. Detroit's gonna be good, bro, because they got Pacheco. I guess Montgomery is too much money, but Pacheco and Gibbs, you got two, because Pacheco gonna be your power back, and he's faster than Montgomery. Thanks. And then Gibbs gonna surpass after this year, I think, if he's up for an extension, or maybe this year. Gibbs been in 2 years now, maybe. After this, Gibbs is gonna surpass Saquon in money. They finna give Gibbs about 22, 23 million. Or he might break the bank and get 25. He finna set that market, rightfully so.
Yeah.
They gonna be alright, but their defense is always a question mark. Their offense gonna be solid, but their defense is always a question mark. But Chicago's gonna get better, and then Chicago's getting better. Obviously, they already better. And Minnesota gonna make some noise, bro. That's a good blueprint, bro.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Cause like KOC did that shit with Sam Darnold, and now you finna do the same shit with Kyler Murray, and he can run. Hey, Madden 2027, I'm playing with Minnesota a lot.
You're not gonna play with the squad, bro. They just won the championship. You know they're gonna be the highest rated, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna play with my home team, but you know me, I don't like playing with 90 over. I don't like playing with them overbearing teams though. I
That's
like
fair.
the championship.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And sometimes I try to pick the sorry squad just to let you know that I ain't just nothing to be fucked with, bro. I'll beat you. It's belt to ass either way, bro. And I'll play with the Titans no matter what their rating is. You know what I'm saying?
But now I know before you move forward. Now I will say this: the Titans and the Raiders are the only two teams that this particular draft in this situation is going to turn them around. Because Robert Saleh pulled the Patriots move, fixing up their defense. That's how Robert Saleh need that. So clearly, they gonna let Dayball deal with their draft and get Cam some work. They gonna give him some help.
I definitely, and I hope for it. I hope they actually get Jeremiah Love. You know what I'm saying? Get him a running back. Yes, sir.
Well,
it'll be just like the Steve McNair, Eddie George situation back in the 90s, bro.
Dude,
stop playing.
Let me tell you something. With Dayball, breaking news, not breaking news. You know I love saying some outlandish shit, and it's really not outlandish. If Dayball can at least stay 3 years before he get a head coaching job, Cam Ward gonna get an All-Pro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Second team maybe, but Cam Ward gonna be in that conversation after his rookie contract with Dayball.
I hope so. Definitely hope so.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and move on to some NCAA, bro, because you know March Madness coming up, you know, and starting this upcoming week. Crazy conference tournament action over this past week. We got a couple of the powerhouses that actually won the conference. Duke did their thing in the ACC like they normally do. Arizona won the Big 12, you know what I'm saying, big time. Florida, surprisingly, you know what I'm saying, the home squad, I'm a little bit disappointed. They got boat raced by Vanderbilt, you know what I'm saying. That got ran out of the gym by Vanderbilt. That surprised me. But earlier today, Purdue knocks off Michigan in the Big Ten championship. But, you know, we got the brackets and everything going right now. So go ahead and talk to me as far as how you feel as far as the early expectations for the tournament. Like, do you feel like any of the big dogs, they really going to make that run to the championship already off top? Because, I mean, we did have all four number one seeds last year. They made it. So, I mean, top dog in this NIL era so far as, you know what I'm saying, made it all the way to the finals. It was money well spent.
See, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm going to admit this as an avid sports bettor and stuff like that. NCAA basketball is probably the most. I'm gonna make up a word. It's the most parried league in this world, bro. You don't know who's gonna come out of college. Cause look at all the big dogs that did something last year. Who would expect Purdue to do something with Ivy, bro? Nobody would have called Purdue winning the national championship last year, bro. But like I said, if I have to be honest, I think Duke and Boozer are gonna make some noise. The Boozer twins. I think because they one of them is a lottery pick. I don't think both of them is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you talking about Cam. I mean, we're gonna talk about that once we get to the NBA draft, stuff like that. Like I feel some type of, and as a Kansas State alum, people gonna feel like I'm hating on Darren Peterson because he played for Kansas, but there's a lot of things that I feel like he shouldn't be the number one pick. I really feel that Cam Boozer of Duke should be the number one pick. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that in a future episode. But
that's a good conversation. That's a good conversation. But like I said, I love Duke, man. I think Duke every now and then is gonna be the one to take over the thing, bro. I think Duke gonna make some noise this year, bro.
Yeah.
All the powerhouses won their conferences, sure, but I think Duke gonna make some noise this year. I think they are, man. I think, and it goes back to your point about going back and forth about the number one pick. I think Boo's gonna make a statement this tournament, bro. I think he will.
Yeah, for sure.
And not my personal favorite. I don't know if they in there. What Houston looking like? Houston made the big dance.
Houston, yeah, they're there. They're a number 2 seed. They're actually number 2 behind Florida in the South bracket. Florida's the number 1 seed in the South bracket. Houston's number 2 seed. That's another team I do like, but home squad Florida,
bro.
It's kind of tough to go against them.
Go against Florida. Like I say, if I was to take a swing in the fence, and I can be 1,000% wrong, but I like Mercy, bro. Mercy ain't getting talked about enough. Mercy gonna be solid. He go to that league, bro. Mercy gonna be a first round pick, bro. I like Mercy. Mercy, and like I say, he probably don't make no noise this year. But I think Melo gonna make him stay a couple of years. Watch out for Kanye next year, bro. Watch out for Kanye, and I know that's next year. But if I say my dark horse, my underdog, who I want a good story, I want to see Mercy do something. But if I'm gonna put my money on something for like a powerhouse, I think Duke's gonna do something this year. Because they playing good basketball, T.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. Another team that I'm looking at personally, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Kansas State alum, so I look at the Big 12 heavy. But Arizona, the number 1 seed in the West. I know your boy's other son is red-shirted for that team. Bryce James is red shirt. But Arizona, Jaden Bradley, the Big 12 Player of the Year. That boy, during this tournament, bro, it felt like, honestly, and I don't want to over-exaggerate or anything like that, but his run in this Big 12 tournament felt like Kemba Walker when they won that championship in UConn, bro. Like, for real.
Bro, I was just finna say that.
I feel like Arizona's about to be a big problem in this tournament. And I know it's been a while since they did a deep run in this tournament. And I hope they don't make me sound stupid, you know what I'm saying? Make it sound like I got some Big 12 bias because I'm a graduate of the Big 12. But, bruh, that squad is deep. That squad is aggressive. And that squad got a dog in Jaden Bradley, bro. Like, everybody's talking about Darren Patterson from Kansas being the number 1 pick. And again, I know we're not going to talk about the whole NBA draft stuff until later on. But there's some other dogs in this Big 12 conference besides Darren Patterson, you know what I'm saying? That I almost feel like Darren Patterson is like a Joel Embiid situation in which you're going to have to trust the process and you're going to hope that he's not injured for 6% of the games. But again, I am not going to shoot too many shots at Kansas University as a Kansas State graduate. I'm just going to enjoy that the Big 12 conference got 8 teams in this tournament. And I really think that Arizona, if it's not Florida, Arizona got a good chance to win it all. Duke is no scrub either because you're talking about the Boozer twins and all that. But one thing I want to say, I'm a little bit disappointed in all the injuries that we had this year in the college tournament because this college tournament could be so much more litty. Because we talking about Texas Tech,
man.
They lost JT Toppin, and I'm so disappointed in that. That's a lottery pick. We talking about North Carolina, even though I like to rag on North Carolina fans because they only root for North Carolina during basketball season. I don't root for them any other time of the year. But Caleb Wilson being out, that's big time. Like, I feel like North Carolina wouldn't be a 6th seed if Caleb Wilson wasn't out. You know what I'm saying? That'd probably be a top 4 seed. But it's just so many injuries in this college basketball season. Even though we're going to enjoy March Madness, like, there might be some upsets and all that stuff that's concerned, but it would be nice to have all the big dogs healthy going all the way through this tournament.
Yeah. And one can hope, man, but that's what make it. That's what Granted, some people can be like, oh, this, that, and the third, but when you win a championship, man, it's so validating, bro. Because it's so hard. So many things have to fall in place to be a champion, bro.
Because injuries fall for every team. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't just say, hey, they play this injury team, they play that injury. Injuries happen to everybody, and everybody's not 100% going into this tournament. So,
facts. No, absolutely, 1,000%. Like when you're right, T. I ain't, you know me, I love to argue, but I can't argue with your takes on that one, bro. I can't argue with that, bro. As much as I want to and try, I can't. You're right, bro. I can't argue with that.
Yes, sir.
But I can't wait. And this finna kick off this week too. Oh, this shit finna be beautiful, boy.
Yes, sir. Just a little preview on the 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? The 4 for 4 is going to be on the first 4 games of the men's tournament. But yeah, both the men's and the women's tournament is going to be exciting to watch. I know we're not getting too in depth into the women's tournament, but just know that we watching both of them.
We got to. We got to.
South Carolina,
we probably,
LSU, we watching all of them.
Hey, like I say, no discrimination against women's sports, but I can see us adding one of those things in one of the episodes by the time we get to the Sweet 16 or something like that. Oh man, cause boy, it's gonna get wicked, boy. It's gonna get wicked.
For sure. We just got a lot of content to cover. You know what I'm saying? Not everything can make it to the show, but we definitely gonna try to fit it in where we can fit it in. But let's slide over on the NCAA while we still recapping. Now we're gonna talk about the NIL front. You know what I'm saying? So they had a big meeting over at the White House. You know what I'm saying? Our president, you know what I'm saying, President Trump, met with all the big wigs of the NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's been the Hall of Fame coaches like Nick Saban or whatnot, the commissioners of the current divisions. I mean, the current conferences in the NCAA and whatnot. And pretty much it almost sounded like a push to get the SCORE Act in front of Congress. And I'll go ahead and summarize like some of the key provisions in the act real quick. It seems like it's going to be a federal framework to even out the playing field because every state got their different rules as far as NIL is concerned. You know what I'm saying? One thing it does, it allows the NCAA and conferences to set the compensation, the recruitment, and the eligibility rules as far as players concerned. And make sure that college athletes are not considered employees by the university because, you know, there's different rules regarding employees versus student athletes. Which I feel that's fair.
And that verbiage too.
Yeah, facts. And then it shields schools and conferences from lawsuits from players. Like a lot of it, what they're doing right now with all these transfer situations is concerned. One thing that I do like that the SCORE Act does is it caps age of commission at 5% because we know like a lot of these sports agents, they like to be predators when it comes to these young kids, you know what I'm saying, 17, 18 years old. They never looked at a contract before. They're probably coming from impoverished situations and, you know what I'm saying, they're getting taken advantage of with these commissions. Like they said that some agent commissions are upward of 20%. Like you taking 1/5 of my pay, bro? You taking more than the government taking, bro? Like that's a little bit outlandish, bro.
They're going to hustle some type of way.
And then it sets some guidelines for the transfer portal, you know what I'm saying? And with the college landscape as it is right now, it's almost feeling like the Wild Wild West. But I do feel like there is some fair criticism as far as the SCORE Act is concerned because it seems like a lot of the rules that they're implementing is benefiting the NCAA and the schools and it's not really benefiting the players. You know what I'm saying? And then me personally, how I feel about that is, you know what I'm saying, I feel like even though they're not considered employees, they almost need to do like some of these professional leagues doing it and come up with a players union or athletes union or whatever the case may be in order to speak up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about this current situation as far as the NIL is concerned and all these college players and their contracts is concerned?
Man, quite honestly, man, I think it's some bullshit, really, man, because you got to understand, like, bro, the college been getting away for this, and of course, not breaking news, fucking Nick Saban was at that meeting, and you see that's why he retired when the NIL started. Come on, bro. My thing about this, bro, man, let these kids get that bread, man. Now, granted, in the game of college football, they're going to get their money some way, somehow. You just can't stop that. But then again, at the same time, let these players have power, man, because NCAA been making money off these players' backs for years. You mean to tell me y'all making millions and millions, but then again, you'll take my college eligibility if I get some food from somebody? Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, I don't want to get us canceled, but you know, these elites, for lack of a better word, these elites, bro, they're just trying to gain control, bro. Just leave it alone. Let these college kids do what they want to do, because now it holds these college teams accountable about being fair and doing right by these players. Now, I don't agree with people just hopping from team to team to team to team to team, but then again, hey, y'all are business. These players are business. Point blank period.
Yeah, that's fair. And you know what I'm saying? I kind of agree. You actually kind of steal some of my notes right here, but I ain't going to cap. Like, we didn't really talk about this too deep when we talked about this. I do feel like, partially, if we going to fix the college athletics space, I do feel some sort of salary cap need to be in place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's fair.
I already mentioned like the student union protecting themselves and things of that nature, but it's like we can't have like Mark Cuban out here buying up Indiana football and taking them to the national title, or the next billionaire. Like, I don't even know who Elon Musk don't even got an alma mater, but can you imagine the next rich billionaire? There's like, hey, let me go ahead and buy my alma mater, a whole football team, and let's go ahead and chase the national championship. Like, it becomes a little bit unfair at that point. So let's go ahead and set a salary cap, you know what I'm saying, for all players or all schools. Hey, we're going to limit all these donations that y'all can go ahead and do as far as paying these players are concerned. And then on top of that, it kind of still preserves the non-revenue producing sports, because it's like, you're not paying gymnastics athletes like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying tennis athletes like that. You're not paying the volleyball athletes like that. Like, we just going to restrict this to football, basketball, and then for some schools, you know what I'm saying, the baseball program, softball program, whatever the case may be. Like, where's the money for the rest of it? So, yeah, go ahead and segue on to the nice little 4 for 4 we got going on. We're going to do this NCAA style with the last 4 in. We got our first matchup is going to be Texas versus North Carolina State. How you feeling about that one, John?
Man. Texas Tech against North Carolina State, bro. Look, I really do believe when it comes to this March Madness stuff, I'm gonna go out on a limb, bro. I'm gonna go with North Carolina State, bro. I think they're gonna do something. Okay. It's always that Cinderella story in college basketball, bro. And like I say, hell, will I be wrong? Cool, who knows? I wouldn't care. Bump that. You always got to go for the upset March Madness. That's what makes March Madness NC State.
Okay. Well, I mean, NC State does have a slightly better record than Texas, and I feel like the ACC was slightly tougher than the SEC this year. Even though, we got injuries going on now. So, yeah, I'm probably going to agree with – this is going to be our first agreement, man. We going with NC State, bro.
There we go now. There we go. History being made. Once I can get you on the Kobe train, we'll be A-okay.
I don't know about all that, but okay. All right, moving on to the second game, bro. We got UMBC against Howard. They both lining up in a 16-seed playing game.
Dude, you know what? I have to be honest with you, bro. How can you not go against an HBCU? I gotta go with Howard, bro. I gotta go with Howard. Okay. I gotta go with my black heart. Woohoo, HBCU.
You was even that enthusiastic when you said that, bro.
Hell no, I'm about to get their ass kicked, but I gotta go with Howard.
That's fair. Hey, we in agreement again. I'm going for Howard. I don't even know much about UMBC or where they at, but I guess we're going to learn on Tuesday. We're going to learn on Tuesday when they play. All right. Hey, game number 3.
Only NBC I know is Peacock.
Hey. Stupid. Hey. We're moving on to the third game. We got Miami of Ohio versus SMU.
Miami of Ohio versus give me the spread real quick. What's the spread they say?
Let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah, it got to be a small spread because I seen one of the Duke matchups this week, and that shit said 29 points. I'm like, that's so disrespectful. But they definitely gonna cover it though. But
right now it's SMU minus 6.5.
Minus 6.5 SMU again. I think I'm gonna give it to SMU, but I think the other team gonna cover. So I'm gonna say SMU on that.
You think Miami gonna cover?
If I'm a betting man, I'm taking them 7. Miami of Ohio gonna cover. Okay. Miami of Ohio gonna cover because if you look at that Duke game is like 28-29. They know for a fact your ass going. And I think that 6.5. I think that's like, yeah, we expect y'all to win, but some bullshit can happen. So I'm gonna be like, Miami of Ohio's gonna cover, but I'm gonna take SMU.
Okay. So we halfway agree. I believe Miami of Ohio is going to cover, but I think they're about to win outright. So this is going to be our first disagreement, bro. Hey, I'm going with Miami of Ohio. They 34-1 this year, even though they ain't played nobody. SMU play in the ACC. Miami of Ohio don't really play nobody. But I just got they just got to make it past the first round just to defend that 34-1 record, bro. Because you can't have that many wins in a season, bro, and then you get knocked off the first round. I mean, we've seen it happen to teams before. You know what I'm saying? Namely Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Coach Scott Power be choking here and there with a top 2 seed versus a 15th. But yeah, you went 34-1, Miami, Ohio. If you want mid majors to be respected going forward, bro, y'all gotta win this first game. So that's why I say, hey.
You got to, and that's an unwritten rule. You 1,000% correct. That's an unwritten rule. But I got a good record like that. You got to go further than the first round to be respectable. Be respectable.
It's just like if you go on the football side, when Boise State started getting their first recognition back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They went undefeated, but it wasn't until they beat Oklahoma. Like, bro, you still got to beat somebody. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can run up all these cute little streets and stuff like that. Like, UCF learned the hard way. They had one undefeated year a few years back. Now they in the Big 12. They getting mollywopped by everybody. So, yeah, hey, you got to show what this record's about. We got to see if your credit good, bro. And I think that credit got to be good.
Absolutely.
All right, and then we got the last one. We got we got a nice Prairie View A&M versus Lehigh.
With that one, I'm gonna take Prairie View. Prairie View gonna do his thing.
Okay.
Prairie View gonna do it. I think Prairie View been having a decent season, man. I really think they clicking at the right time, and I go with Prairie View on this one.
Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see which bracket they actually in, because I know it's a play-in for a 16th seed. I know they're either playing Florida or they playing Michigan. I mean, they getting mollywopped whoever they play next either way, but I just want to know who's going to mollywop them next. Let's see.
There you go.
Prairie View in the South, so yeah, they're going to get mollywopped by Florida next. So, you went for the. Hey, you picked, but you said Miami of Ohio was going to cover last time. So I'm gonna say is Lehigh is favored by 3.5. I'm gonna go ahead and take that 3.5 also. I'm gonna take that 3.5. I'm gonna go with Lehigh on this one.
That's fair.
No rhyme or reason, bro. But hey, I figured we just gonna go with the spread. They both trash. They both got to get trashed by Florida the next day anyway. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, out of respect for those college football players, we're going to give them the respect and pick, but we know the buzzsaw that's coming next round. I mean, God, this is y'all Final Four. This is y'all national championship to get some exposure, maybe. Yeah, Florida's just finna. Yeah, you finna go to Florida get ate up anyway. So
BTA, bro, it's about to be BTA.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that shit. Good luck with that shit. Sometimes people, you better when they win, regardless of who wins that game, they better get all their celebration out, bro, because that's the only time y'all gonna be relevant for till next season.
Oh yeah, fact.
It is what it is.
But with that, bro, hey, that's the end of episode 3, man. How you feeling, man? Hey, you got anything to say to the people, of course, before we head out?
Man, absolutely, man. It's like one thing's for sure, man. I think for the first time in a long time, I think, to piggyback on the NFL free agency and stuff that we was talking about earlier, I think this has been one of the best free agencies in a while, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because sure. I just feel like, man, we got a lot of buzz. It's a lot of moving pieces, man, and a lot of people. And granted, if I have to be honest, man, bro, New York Giants is gonna do something next year, bro. They're going to do something next year with these pieces that they're getting. I can't excuse. I know. You said earlier you don't want to do early prediction stuff, man. But I just think with the free agents like Isaiah Likely and stuff, and like I said, if they are able to get BTJ as a receiver to line up with Neighbors, man, that means both of them get one-on-one coverage, bro. With Tracy, with Scatterboo can stay healthy. I think with Harbaugh, Dart's still gonna be Dart. He just got a white Lamar Jackson. And no, I'm not saying Dart is Lamar Jackson, but he's a scrambling quarterback who's white or whatever. Cool. But at the same time, Harbaugh is gonna make sure Dart take care of himself. And if I'm being honest, Dart at this age is a better thrower than Lamar Jackson. I can objectively say that. And that's how I say, man, Eagles lost too much. Jerry is the owner of the Cowboys, so that makes them irrelevant. That's good. They gonna lose because of that. Dude, the Cowboys can make some noise depending on what they do with the defense. But I'm telling you now, breaking news, not breaking news, people. Giants gonna win the NFC East next year. I see it. The NFL gonna make too much money off a big market being relevant, man. Giants gonna do what they do. So I think they've made a lot of good pieces and stuff like that. I think after the draft, by the time we have a couple episodes on that, I think the Raiders are they building something special, which is nice.
Yeah,
I like what the Raiders are doing. Yeah, I'm gonna see how to. Granted, if they get Mendoza, alright, cool. But if I'm them, I'll trade that pick to get some more collateral. Cause hey, just in case. I mean, granted, I don't expect y'all to tank, but I'd rather y'all take this opportunity to build a good team. You see, like what a lot of people don't realize, man, the NFL recipe, they always trying to go for the Super Bowl with their best players' rookie contracts. So once they got to get paid, you got to break the team up. And I just feel like the Raiders, man, dude, build your team now. Build all your core pieces, skills, defense, O-line. Linderbaum is good. Linderbaum going to get the line. But let's get some pieces, bro. Let's get some good pieces now. Some more. Max Crosby, you see he doing it. Get him a young edge rush on the other side. You got the linebackers. You got Adams. Good. Maybe get you a cornerback or something. Dude, build your team up. Who's to say y'all won't get Archie Manning next year? I don't think y'all won't be a top 5 pick, but you'll be a top 10. Bro, look, build your team. You can get another quarterback next year in the draft, bro. More from Oregon State. Arch is coming out. Bro, you got a chance, bro. You got a chance. I ain't saying Mendoza ain't going to be good, but dude, stop trying to make the popular pick and let's make the football pick, man. Build your team up, man. You see, Seattle had the recipe. They built that team up. They needed a quarterback like Sam Darnold to manage. That's all they need to do. Superstar quarterbacks are going to be superstar quarterbacks, man. But at the same time, bro, you can win with a manageable quarterback, bro, with the right team around him. Let Genty be your bell cow. Genty, I think, is going to get about 300-plus carries for the next few years, which rightfully so. Let Genty be your bell cow and just get you a nice, serviceable QB. Point blank, period. And I think the Raiders and Giants look out for that.
Yeah, you know who else to look out for? Us, motherfucker. Hey, we spent some bread in free agency too, but I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up too quick because we spent $228 million last year. So I mean, and that didn't amount to nothing but a top 4 pick again. So I mean, but two of the top 5 spenders in free agency made the Super Bowl this past season. So I mean, that's reason to give it hope. The only team that outspent us was the Raiders. So.
But that, like I had said earlier, I said, boy, Cam Ward gonna get that all pro. And like I said, believe it or not, Titans are gonna make some noise too. But at the same time, Titans already kind of like got a blueprint already. They known for defense. They got the right coach, bro. And like I say, the question is about Tennessee. How long is you gonna be able to keep Brian Daboll before he get another head coaching job? Because once Cam Ward get that all pro and bro, you know they finna come get Brian Daboll. But shit, Salah gonna run that defense. Hey, Daboll, I'm the head coach, motherfucker, but you the head coach of the offense. I'm not getting in your way.
Facts.
You do your thing, bro.
Exactly.
But I think Tennessee, for what it's worth, controversial, not so controversial. After what I seen today, and last year rather, what I seen last year, I think if Trevor Lawrence don't make a leap next year, I think Jacksonville may move on. I think so. Cause Trevor Lawrence, he gets into the big moments and he sells, and this is one of the best Jacksonville Jaguars teams he's had in a minute.
Yeah.
Since he's been quarterback, this has been the most complete team. Now. There you go, and I just feel like, hey, to be honest with you, I mean the coach gonna be the coach, but I will say, and like I say, I was just speaking on quote unquote rebuilding teams, but yeah, Titans might be in the wild card next year, and it won't surprise me. They're gonna be in the wild card next year for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely, they can be in the wild card.
Probably
They
gonna
won't be the
happen
Patriots.
because this AFC is deep, man. AFC is deep.
Well, but you know how it is though. I feel like they can win the division, bro. I think they can. I think they can. Cause you know what I'm saying, you got Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is a serviceable back. But then again, at the same time, who knows? Y'all got Spears too. Spears toting that pill too. So it's kind of like all you need. I think you need another respectable receiver so Calvin Ridley can get off. Because Calvin Ridley got one more year before they get rid of his ass. They ain't got no production with the contract he got. So I just like the Titans gonna make some noise, man. Yeah, I went back to the Houston Oilers colors, man. So that's gonna bring y'all good luck.
Yeah, man, got them new unis, bro. Them shit clean. I'm about to get me one.
Oh, them bitches fresh. Oh, I gotta get a Cam Ward. I gotta get a Cam Ward jersey this year. I got to.
I'm being trepidatious about that because I don't know, because I don't want it. Yeah, because I thought about getting a Mariota jersey and then he got let go quick. I don't want to get this jersey and then he done after his rookie contract, bro. Oh man.
Nah, even though Mariota won the Heisman, bro, and Cam won the Heisman too. Did Cam win the Heisman?
Yep.
He did. Yeah, he won the Heisman before. He won the Heisman the year before Mendoza did. Yeah, in 24. Yeah, fuck yeah. Nah, when Mariota won the Heisman, yeah, you might be. Nah, Cam Ward gonna be okay. Cam Ward already show attributes of a leader, bro. Mariota seemed like he was one of those little.
Yeah, that's what had me excited about him. He was already mature, you know what I'm saying? You know, they always showed those little clips of him and Shador, and he was just all football all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I like that. He locked in.
Yeah. He reminds me of Ant Edwards, man. I feel like once he get comfortable in the league, he's gonna show that personality even more, and it's gonna be a sight to see, man. Will he be as big as Steve McNair? Resume wise, yes, but he's gonna have that Steve McNair type of impact in Tennessee once he arrives. I feel it. We always got to give praise to Aaron McNair, but so I think Cam Ward can be that quarterback in Tennessee.
Hope so.
I feel it. His division is his for the taking.
Well, any last words for the people, man?
Man, absolutely, man. Hey, man. Word of advice to the people, man. Especially you Kobe fans out there, bro. It's okay to love your favorite player. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. But it's also pivotal and very vital to be objective at all times. Me as a diehard LeBron fan, I would not argue against what he did against the Mavericks. I would not argue about the times he's been swept in the finals in 2018 and 2007. I will be straightforward. I would never call LeBron the greatest scorer of the basketball. Even though he's the all-time lead scorer and he's a pass-first guy, I would never say he's the best scorer in the world. And he's my favorite player. Guys, y'all can be objective about Kobe Bryant, man. It's okay. It's okay. Kobe is still going to be Kobe just because somebody passed his record. Bam did not deserve that disrespect I gave him because he broke Kobe Bryant's record. Get out of here, people. Kobe is still the Mamba. He's still great. A lot of people think I'm a Kobe. Hey, I loved Afro Kobe, man. Kobe, I loved Kobe like the first three people.
You like number 8.
But then again, at the same time, after
I didn't like Kobe until
I like number 8.
Kobe. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Kobe, I liked Kobe. Kobe was a good player. Even when he went back to back in 9 and 10, I liked Kobe then. But I was always objective, bro. You can now the only grace I give Kobe is when Shaq left between 2004 and then when he said I'm finna get traded, or when they got Pau Gasol. If Kobe would have had a team within that gap year, after he got through all that scandal stuff and all that bullshit, when Shaq left, if they would have put a team around him, Kobe probably would have been different. But sorry, not sorry, guys. After Shaq, he only got 2 rings as the guy. You can't argue again. Like, bro, it's a fact. It's a fact. So, you know what I'm saying? The best compliment I give Kobe, if it wasn't for Pippen, he'll be the best sidekick of all time. That's all I got to say, brother.
That's crazy work, especially when Shaq kind of needed Kobe also, and he needed D-Wade to get his 4 rings. I'm just saying. But I'm not I'm not even finna get into a whole conversation with you. Hey, I'm just gonna leave it like this, bro. Hey, what I tell the people every week. Hey, see love, be love, be the light you wish to see in the world. Don't let John cast that darkness over Kobe's rays and sunshine and put a cloud on that parade. And we catch y'all on the next episode. This is Toss Up. Peace.